There's no
We're in
introduction with this.
Rolling
Yeah.
start. Let's go.
Yeah, no, we just kind of you ever seen a car crash before?
I have.
That's how we
I've
do
been involved in
intros.
them. Oh, that's good. I like it.
Do you want to start off this
Kind of. Oh, you did. Okay, so you started it. Yeah, I'll
I
do
started when you were explaining it. I was like, "This is perfect."
Oh,
This is-
perfect. This is
Yeah,
ideal.
this is ideal.
Awesome.
They just
Hi,
come
everybody.
into a car crash.
Yeah, just come right like that. That's that. Like I said, it just suddenly happens.
We're all chilling at the car accident right now. This is we just set up camp, and then we're just like, you know what? We're here.
Do I need to exchange my insurance policy with y'all now? Is that
Absolutely.
awesome?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Joke's on you. I don't have that.
Jokes on you. I don't have.
You don't need it if you don't leave your home.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh man.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to GamerBreakfast. My name is Jalbagel. This is my co-host, SkojSkull. And today we're joined by the absolute beautiful, amazing, and 50% handsomer than me, 50% gaming.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
People. Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm having a
Did you guys?
delicious
face.
breakfast of
is
strawberry
that?
milk. It's strawberry milk and a Guinness
just-
glass with a
just
chopstick as a
strawberry milk.
stirrer.
I
thought it was a straw.
Nope.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, why is he drinking out of the edge of it? He has a straw in there.
It's like it's
Just
just
one extra
too
steps.
good for the straw. It's like I can't.
Nah.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, 50% Gaming 50 is one of my very good friends. We met through speedrunning. He and I diverged paths a little bit on Twitch, but we still keep in touch. Absolutely love this man. 50, that was kind of a lackluster, some would say 50% of an explanation. Do you want to tell everyone who you are and what your shtick is?
Sure. So I'm a full-time streamer on Twitch. I have been for almost 2 years now because of a recent pandemic that everyone might be familiar with. Before that, yeah, right. It's weird. No, I don't know what you're talking about. It's the swine flu, right?
Yeah.
Before that, I streamed as a hobbyist for like 2 years, so I'm almost at 4 years now worth of Twitch stuff, which is kind of fun. I started off, actually, I don't know if Jal knows this. I started off as a Destiny 2 main, which is hilarious. The first time I ever hit live, it was on a PS4 with no camera, no good microphone. I had like a $10 headset plugged into the controller, and that was my stream. And I was like, I'm gonna make millions, which I've obviously no one makes millions. I hate to break it to everybody out there, but Twitch streamers are not doing that well.
Well, from the recent
top 5 of them.
exactly.
Yeah, there's
I mean,
literally 25 of them that make over $1 million in the entire world. So
Yeah, and that's it.
oh my
That's
god.
it.
And
But
people are
I
just
did
like, oh,
that-
they're so rich. It's like, no, there's a leak recently. Do you want to see the leak? We can show you.
Exactly. I mean, I can send you the link
poor.
right now, and you can search up anybody that you think, and it's funny because it shows the top 10,000, and not even the top 10,000. A bunch of my friends aren't even on the top 10,000. I'm just like, oh, that's so disappointing to me. That's literally heartbreaking because I'm just like, you're not making enough to pay rent.
No.
I mean, I barely do. So it's just like, ugh. So, but anyway, so I did that. I hit live. I became a millionaire, and it was great. So for about 6 months, I played Destiny 2 and streamed to me and like 2 of my friends, and it was amazing.
As we
I sold a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards because I had a few decks that had some very expensive stuff in it, and that's another way that I help supplement my income. And bought a computer, and sorry, I'm hearing a cat meow at me right now. Bought a computer and started doing retro speedrunning. So I'm an older individual. I'm 37, so I grew up actually playing the original Nintendo. And I remember being a kid and basically speedrunning before I knew speedrunning was a thing. I tried to beat Super Mario Brothers as fast as possible. Back then, it wasn't very quick. I would still beat the game in like 2 hours. But currently,
that's still fast for me. You're just like,
yeah, it's still
not
fast.
too fast.
Well, currently,
I know.
I hold a 1945 in Warpless, and I hold a 5 minute and 3 second in any percentage, which is actually not that good. That still lands me somewhere in like 300 and 400th in the world because that game has become so optimized. But I did that for a while.
1,000 though, isn't it? Like, isn't?
Oh yeah. Well, I
thousands
think
of people.
last time I checked, there's because the Nintendo Switch coming out and them having everybody play the original Mario on the like little, you sign up for like X amount for a year and it's super cheap and you can play all the old retro games. Yeah. Because of that, there was a huge resurgence in it. Plus there was the 454 barrier being broken. The younger generation coming in and doing that kind of really like kicked that category up even more. So it was one of the most run games ever. And then on top of it, there was this neat little like tornado of perfectness that made interest in it go up even more. So, but yeah, so I did that for a while, and then when I went full time, I kind of started to stray away from variety because I also played Rocket League, Minecraft, etc., a bunch of other stuff. And once I hit full time on Twitch because of losing my job at a print shop that I was working at, like soulless, being behind a computer, just staring at fast food and photoshopping it for hours on end. I hated it, but it was good money at the time. But then they were like, oh, by the way, you do fast food and you also set up stuff for big conventions. Guess what never happens anymore because of a global pandemic? Fast food and big conventions. So they got rid of me and I became full time, and I'm playing currently. My main game is Hunt Showdown, which is a really awesome title that I love. It's got a very cult following. It's not huge on Twitch. Not too many people know. I think the highest person that like ever pops in consistently has only about 1,000 viewers. Which, I mean, but yeah, you have to remember, it's like you go look at Fortnite and it's just like 25.37275 thousand billion. And you're just like, oh.
Yeah, for Skoy and I, Monster Hunter has always been a niche category too. That's kind of like where we see a lot of our growth. And so for us, the larger streamers are anywhere between like 300 and 500, right? Barely anyone that ever plays Monster Hunter that's breaking 1,000.
That's normally how Hunt is. It's very comparable in the numbers. Like we had Summit come into our category one time, and everyone's like, oh, what's going on? There's all these new people, and then they all disappeared the second he quit playing it. It was just like back down to where we're like, oh yeah, that's right.
I feel like that happened with like Sea of Thieves and everything as well, because like Sea of Thieves was like it exploded randomly because like Tim the Tat Man, a lot of huge other streamers were like streaming in that category, and then I don't know where it's at now, but I imagine it's around like probably the 5K below range right now.
Yeah, I can probably. I've played Sea of Thieves like once, and I really enjoyed it, and then I was just like, well, back to Hunts.
I was with Monster Hunter. It's just all right, I gotta play this game. Back to Monster
Hunter. Yeah, but that's also
it's crazy to see like through the year. Well, punching my mic, don't mind me. Like through the years. Don't talk back to me. Through the years, like what we like how interests change on our own streams, and what we do. Because like I was thinking about that the other day. It's like, how long am I going to speedrun World for? How much longer am I going to keep that up for? And what's like the next thing going to be? I've literally no idea. I have to find something that I'm like as infatuated with, But I doubt we'll find anything soon. I just, Final Fantasy, it'll keep me for like a month, Final Fantasy, and then I'll stop playing it. That'll be it. It doesn't hold my attention that well.
I love the grind for it, so like it has to be by the ropes, or is that what they call it? I don't know.
I'm okay with it. If it's not, that's we're gonna run with it, and that's definitely what they've always called it. It's a tale as old as time. They've had me on the ropes
the entire time.
Yes.
Oh, but that's sick though, 50. Like, and I've been there for like a lot of your transitions, like from Mario to like you mained Magic for a while, which I thought was really cool.
I actually played Magic on stream 2 days ago for the first time in forever. I hadn't opened my account. I had to reinstall it and open my account. And it's like, you're brand new. I'm like, I grinded to Mythic. I don't want to hear this.
What do you mean brand new? Who are you talking to?
Get out of here. Yes, I know how to tap a card. Thank you. You click on it.
How bad was it coming back though? Because like I know the last time that you played, like stuff like Omnath was good, right? And
yeah, Omnath
was in there
months. It's literally been almost a year because it gave me my rewards for, it's like currently October. It gave me my rewards for January, February of this year, and I was just like, wow. I've been gone for a while. It was neat to come back to it, and doing like little short one-off streams like that are really cool because it breaks up the monotony of just maining one game, not just for you but also for your community as well. Because I had a bunch of people come in, they'd be like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you played Magic," and it's a great talking point because it's like, yeah, I've played paper Magic since like 1994. You know, I buy, sell, and trade Magic cards as one of the ways to help supplement my income. Aside from obviously the millions I make on Twitch, don't forget that.
Right.
Right. And it's just like, so it was great because it gave me an opportunity to connect with everybody there in a different way. You know, like so many people are like, "Oh, I play Hunt and you play Hunt, and that's what we have to talk about." I'm like, by the way, I also play Magic the Gathering. Do you play that? We're all nerds, of course you do. So it was great, and it was super neat to see people pipe up in my chat that I know lurk me but don't talk often, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, let me tell you about what's current and standard in the format," and blah blah blah. I'm just like, yes, this is awesome because I haven't played in almost a year. I play EDH once a month maybe, and that's about it, and that's in paper. So it's just like, it's really cool to have that, and so coming back to it in that way is really neat, and it makes me want to play more Magic. But then again, also at the same point in time, and we can get into this later because I'm sure both of you
or now.
Yeah, well, okay. I was gonna say it's basically just throwing away half your viewership.
Oh yeah.
I love. There's people that are always gonna follow you, no matter what, no matter where you are. They're gonna be like, all right, cool. Like you, Jal. You've seen me play 8 billion things, and you're always awesome and like in my chat and very willing to interact.
But you get people or something.
That's weird. But you get people that are like, oh, he's not playing Hunt Showdown, and they just immediately X that screen out.
I mean, that's totally fine too. Chat. Yeah.
I've had people in chat go like, "Oh, this isn't World," and then they just immediately leave. Hey, Cat, you want to not do that? Those are not for you.
Oh, but they are.
He wants to get on the desk and push all. He wants to push all of the cards. I have stacks of Pokemon cards that I haven't sorted yet, and he got up there this morning and pushed an entire stack onto the ground. It was something like 200 cards, and he just pushed them onto the ground. I'm like, you motherfucker. No, but 50, I get you because, like, especially with speedrunning, it's so hard because you dedicate yourself to a niche. It's so hard removing yourself from that niche to do something else because you need to. Like, you need it for your own mental sanity. Because if you don't do it, you're just going to burn yourself out, and then you really aren't going to be able to reach, like, new PBs or new world records or anything like that. And then you do that, and then you go and you look at your numbers. It's like, oh, weird. Only literally a quarter of you were there. Damn.
Literally. When I got out of speedrunning, I had to. I don't know if I ever told you, Jal, why I actually exited speedrunning. So you can probably see it on the camera, but there's this weird. This is a nice, beautiful desk that I love. It's actual wood. It's not like beaverboard or anything like that. And if you can tell right here, there's a bunch of little white, it looks like somebody took a white marker and just marked all over it. Those are divots in my desk from where I would bang controllers. And I would take an old, like, hold on.
Do you still have the box?
No, I sent it all to Klops. So I would take an old controller and I would literally like swing it like a flail into the desk. And I busted, I think at the last count, we had like 25 controllers in the year and a half that I was speedrunning Mario from just rage and just being too angry because I'd done so much of it. And I knew that this is going to sound weird. I knew I was a better runner than I was, but I also wanted to focus on talking to my community. You can't do both at the same time. And it really frustrated me. And I realized that I wanted to talk to my community more than speedrun. So I would focus on chat and everything more. But because of that, of course, I would get really frustrated because I would lose runs. Like, I think I ran like Mario somewhere around like 5,000 times. I would lose runs.
Hundreds of hours of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would lose runs just to being distracted. And I couldn't be like, chat, hush, I'm busy right now, because you can't do that, So then I get really upset, and it kept grating on me so much that like I finally one day I realized I was like, I either need to quit streaming or quit speedrunning. And I wasn't going to quit streaming, so I just quit speedrunning for a bit. And I told everyone, I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to take a break. Well, that break's been going on for almost 2 years now, so there's that.
Well, I mean, with in terms of speedrunning and everything, like how Well, I mean, you quit speedrunning, or did you
I'm
are you
on a
still
break.
speedrunning? You're on a break. Oh, sorry. The way you said
On a long
quit.
break.
I'm sorry. You're on a long break.
I said quit. I know
Okay,
I did.
my bad. But no, like this goes for Jal too. This goes for
Bo's
Jal
being a
too.
There you go. Okay.
Bo's being a dick. He keeps jumping up on the counter, and like, he knows the exact time to do it.
Oh, of course.
He knows. It's like he has a sixth sense about this,
Mhm.
where the moment he knows that I am indisposed, I'm staring at him right now because he's about to do it
You're
again. The moment he knows that like I can't get up from this chair, he's like, it's time to get on the fucking desk. Let's do it. Let's get on the desk. I'll be like in the middle of a speed run and I'll be watching him like looking at it. Oh, you little shit. All right, Skoj, what you saying? Sorry, but I blame Bo for that interjection.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
In terms of speedrunning, because like when you switch over to another game, it kind of like messes you up because of muscle memory with the game you're currently playing to try to speedrun. Is it hard? Do you ever feel like you're getting burnt out of the game you're speedrunning? And do you want to play other games, but you feel guilty for not continuing speedrunning? Does that make sense?
So for me, thankfully Mario had so many different categories that I was able to, like, you have your traditional warpless and any percentage, right? Almost every game has a variant of that. It's got like, this is beat the game as fast as possible, use glitches, we don't care, or beat the whole game, try not to glitch it, you know. So those are your basic categories. For Mario, there was 8 billion other things.
So
you could always, there's you go to speedrun.com and there's like 7 categories there, and then they have another site for Mario that's category extensions, and it's like meme categories, like the walkathon. You can't actually hold B at any point in time, but yet you're speed walking the game, or you do like funny. Yeah, I loved watching walkathon runs. During 4th of July, a lot of us do the category 144 fireworks, where if you hit the flag and the end of the timer either says 6, 3, or 1, you get the fireworks that pop over the castle and the line up for it. So you try to get to the point where every level you hit, you end on 6, so you get the 144 fireworks throughout the whole game. And there's a whole bunch of strategy that I'm not going to get into about frame rules and all that kind of stuff, but yeah. So if you've ever tried to catch a bus, now,
oh no, absolutely not. We're not doing this here.
I know we're not doing the bus thing.
This is one of the speedrun conversations. It's like so far beyond the understanding of speedrunning.
Oh yeah. But anyway, so
this could very easily be a copy pasta.
Yeah.
Oh,
having all those categories at my disposal helped me from ever burning out on Mario. And like I was saying earlier, I didn't stop because I was sick of the game. I actually still, every once in my free time, will just mess around casually and do I'll do regular runs. I'll do SMB2J or the Lost Levels via the clearly superior Super Mario 2. And that one's neat too. And just playing those offline, like for myself, which is a cool topic we can also talk about, is playing video games for yourself versus being a streamer. Weird. Breath of the Wild's awesome, by the way. I nobody knows that I'm playing Breath of the Wild, but like 7 people. It's like, because I'm not.
You heard it here first.
No.
He's playing Breath of the Wild. You should stream it.
Watch this.
Let him.
But yeah, so for me personally, I don't know if it was the same for Jal, but for me, it was just like, I never had that problem, thankfully, of burning out on a game. I know that there are people that do, especially the really, really top tier runners that were going for 454 and stuff like that. I'm like, how do you do that? Because they put in 20,000 attempts on that one category. I'm just like, tear your eyes out. You've got to be kidding me. I hope you're okay. So, John, what about you? Do you burn out? I'm actually curious about that, Mr. World Record holder.
Yeah, congrats, by the way. That's a huge update.
Thank you.
Talk about it.
I mean, I absolutely do. So, but 50's, right in that vein. Like when you have other categories to run, it kind of helps break up that monotony. But taking a break from your game as a speedrunner is I think one of the most important things that you can always do. Yeah. Especially when you're at like a barrier that you keep feeling that you're failing on and stuff like that. Stuff like that. It's okay to take a break. So you know, I'll always do like 2 or 3 months of just straight speedrunning, and then like, you know, play something else for a bit. So that's why I'm happy I have some other Monster Hunter games that I can play. Still Monster Hunter stuff. Still, you know, it's still right there, but like being able to take a break from the game is nice. Like that's why I like to do just random weapon categories sometimes, because for us those are different categories. Like I choose to use greatsword this time, that's a different category from longsword, that's a different category from switch axe. But when like I was grinding for a month, which I'm surprised I got it that fast, for a month for world record again, and then kept going for another week to get the first sub 240 time. Nice. And I got that by like 45-ish seconds, so that feels really good because it wasn't
like everybody hit your soundboard button for the
But I got to that goal and I said, okay, I have to stop. Like I have to, because I would notice some nights my mentality would get really, really bad. And other nights, like, you know, I would finish stream and it'd be a PB, but like I'd feel kind of shitty about it, you know, just because of my attitude on stream. And that's like the thing that I struggle with most, is not necessarily burnout, because like, yeah, sure, the game gets boring after a while and it's important to take breaks, but mostly you have to fight your mentality, your own expectations every single time you stream, which I kind of lost to yesterday, doing the sharp percent category, doing the 9-hour speed run, because everything was going wrong, everything was awful, everything was terrible.
9-hour speed run. You're a machine.
You're 50. Let's put it into perspective for you. What'd you say your PB was? Like
For Warpless was 19 minutes 45 seconds. For any percentage, 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Oh no, he's doing math.
Let's 5 minutes and 3 seconds. You said,
like you could restart that like as many times as you want and not have to be worried about it. It could still be like a 3-hour stream.
9 hours, 60 minutes. Spotify. Let's just say let's call it an easy, an even 5 minutes. You could do 108. Warpless in that time.
Lord. Good Lord. That's insane.
It's like the same meme, like pre-Iceborne, pre the DLC for World. There was a section that was track gathering that took 45 minutes. So one of my friends and one of my mods, GJG, would do a speed run of a Hat in Time in the time it took me just to gather tracks in that part of the speed run, because it take me 45 to 50 minutes, and that speed run's like just under 50 minutes.
I remember when I started doing Zelda runs, I was doing a 2 up A, or two first, no up A, and it was I was trying to, the first barrier I wanted to break was an hour, and that felt like pulling teeth to me after doing 5 minutes at Mario. You know, I was just like, why? Because you screw it up in like the 55th minute, and I finally got it down below 45 minutes, thankfully. But you screwed up in those like last couple minutes, like the Ganon fight, and you're just like, I've wasted so much time doing this. I cannot imagine. Yeah. I cannot imagine a 9-hour speed run and screwing that up at the very end. I'd break stuff.
Think of it this way. I got 7 hours into it last night. I was already in a shitty mood, like, because I'm bad at the game and, you know, just all that stuff. Yeah. It's hard to beat that mentality sometimes. Yep. And I was definitely leaning into it last night, just kind of screaming at the game. And then my power went out.
Yo,
7 hours and like 22 minutes in, I had 2 hours of the run left and the power went out. So I stood up, I went outside, got onto my phone because I have no cell service inside, my Wi-Fi was resetting. Went into the chat and said, power went out, see you on Monday.
Oh no.
And that was it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I want to cry for you. Oh my gosh!
I had some colorful language. I think I used a new word yesterday.
You invented words.
Jesus!
Yeah, I invented a whole new language to curse out my energy provider. Yes, and that's what I love about Florida, because like because of our energy network here, that can just happen at any time. Literally whenever it wants to. And so like every night, every time that I do a sharp percent, like last weekend I was doing one and there was a thunderstorm outside and I was like, power will go out at literally any moment. I'll see you guys on Monday probably. And it never did. I was really happy about that, but
that's cool.
It could be like, oh, wind's coming out of the east today, power's gonna go out.
The only relation I can have
ridiculous.
to in terms of speedrunning whenever something like that happens would be if the power were going out at a really good point in time in a Dark Souls 3 boss fight, and then it just like you're about to kill him, he has like 1% health left, and your game crashes. Or the power goes out, and it's just like, I've been at this for 4 hours today, I can't fucking kill this thing. Like, that's the only relation I can have with this. That's like my only mentality with like in terms of speedrunning would be like try to find a boss for like multiple times until you get him. That's the only relation. I don't know, or I don't think I'll be doing speedrunning aside from like maybe 4-player speed runs, which seems to be a lot of fun because I'm a huge multiplayer guy. I love playing games with other people. I don't know. Do you guys prefer playing by yourself or playing with others? Like, what do you prefer?
On stream by myself for sure. I hate having to like depend on like other people for conversation and stuff like that. And I always see like streaming as like a very one-on-one thing. So this is what 50 was saying earlier, like speedrunning, but you want to talk with chat all the time.
Yeah.
That's where Monster Hunter is so nice, because up until like the beginning of this year, we had to watch all of the cutscenes, all hour and 3 minutes of them. So that's just time to talk with chat. That's why I said that Monster Hunter World was one of the best streaming speedruns, because it took about 4 hours to do. That's a solid stream. And you have downtime always just built into the run that you can just talk with people.
That's super sick,
That's great.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I kept doing that. But I don't know. I always find that like when I do streams like with other streamers or with friends and I'm like in a call with them and I'm talking with them, people don't feel as inclined to join the conversation and like be active in chat or be as interactive. And that's where, I mean, that's where like I pride myself as, you know, having those conversations and chatting with people and, you know, doing those things rather than just like, watch me have fun with my friends.
Yeah. So as a now Hunt main person, I actually have the opposite experience currently right now, because Hunt playing by yourself is like pulling teeth and repeatedly growing those teeth back and then ripping them out again.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, so you kind of need to find people that you can make content with. Yeah. I pride myself on taking that community aspect and extending it to the game. Like we're going to get into something real fast that I'm just going to go ahead and give everybody a public service announcement. If you go into a Twitch streamer's chat and they're playing a game that you play, do not ask them in their chat, hey, can I play with you right now? Because that just makes it awkward for everyone. Because the streamer more than likely has somebody else set up to play with. If they're not there right now, they're probably waiting on them. And then we have to do something we never want to do. We have to tell our community no. That is not a good feeling for the streamer. That's not a good feeling for the community. So please, DM us. DM us. And when we tell you no in the DM, don't make a big deal of it. Don't be like, oh, well, you never want to play with me. Yes, I do. I just have other things to do. So keeping that in mind.
Don't flip the virtual table.
Yeah.
Keeping that in mind, I play with new people all the time. I love doing that. It's so much fun. I enjoy experiencing the game through somebody's eyes.
Chuck is so excited.
What?
Well, because that's what we were talking about. Like, because I got the game on, I got Hunt on when it went on sale once, and I literally said to 50, like, I'm buying it. It's going on sale. We should like play sometime. He said, absolutely. And I mean, we had. DMs. And we did all this in DMs.
All in DMs.
All in DMs. Like, I remember because I went into the chat, someone had mentioned it was on sale, and then I went to my DMs and said, hey, if I get it, would you want to play sometime? And he said, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right? I didn't do it in his chat. I didn't do it in his Discord publicly. I did it behind a closed door, so there wasn't any expectation. So there wasn't any pressure on anyone. And so 50 didn't look like a dick afterwards when he said, absolutely fucking not, loser.
Nerd. Trash. No, touch me.
But like playing the game for the first time and like having two people that are like actually fucking good at the game drag my ass through it.
It wasn't me, that's for sure.
I don't think you were better than me. But yeah,
2,200 hours in, and I'm still a potato. So it's.
But you're a handsome potato.
Oh, something. I'm gonna get out of here. But so the other thing is I play with all sorts of new people, and it's made me learn how to adapt my content to still be that inclusive person. You were saying that like you pride yourself, and especially when I'm speedrunning, I love this too, about always keeping a conversation going with chat.
Yeah.
I've had to learn how to keep that conversation involved with the people that I'm playing with and chat at the same time.
Yeah.
And multitask. So
that's
because
a lot.
you're having the conversation with your chat just like as a normal one-on-one stream. You can always keep that in your mind. You're like, oh, we're talking about pineapple on pizza and how it's a freaking sin. Cool. So but then you pull two other, because it's a trios based game. So you pull two other people in, and normally it's really hard to keep that conversation going with those two other people, because they're also doing the same thing. They're also talking to their chat, and it's really funny because you'll be sitting there.
Yeah, that's
you'll
different.
be sitting there, and we'll be in the middle of a conversation, and I'm talking to chat, and I use a USB foot pedal for my push to talk, because I found it's the most
I need
the most efficient thing ever. Dude, buy it right now. Buy it right now while I tell this story. Go and get it. Go and get it. It is the
I'll get
one
it
of the
after the
single
podcast.
greatest tools.
I want to listen to this shit.
It's one of the single greatest tools you can have as content creation, because you just you don't have to. These are still free. And the one
whatever you need them to do.
Yeah, the one that I have has 3 buttons. So the middle one's push to talk, the right one is the like zoom in scene, and the left one is the go back out. So I can literally like be sitting there talking to somebody, make a snarky joke, zoom in, stare at the camera, and then unzoom. And the whole time I'm still playing the game. At no point in time did I have to move my hands. And I'm still talking to the people on push to talk. Greatest thing ever. You should definitely get one. So I'll be sitting there having that conversation with my chat and having that conversation with the people that I'm talking with, and then all of a sudden one of them will just disappear from the conversation, and you're just like, what's going on? They're having that conversation with their chat, but they are on a different style of push to talk, so they have to like very, very deliberately dun 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 dun. So I think having the foot pedals made it easier for me, and because it's a more seamless transition to talk with chat. Once more, the gameplay is going to suffer, just like in speedrunning. Thankfully, in Hunt, I don't care, because I suck at it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, it's true though, because like I've got one of the worst KDs as a full-time Hunt streamer. You'll see all these other people, and they'll put stuff in their title, like they'll be like prestige blah blah blah, like KD of like blah 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 blah. There's like all these stats about how awesome they are and everything, and mine's like worst prestige 48 on Twitch, 5,000 plus deaths, just like stuff like that. So I'm leaning into it. I'm like, I know I'm a potato, and that's okay. I'm having fun, and I'm playing with anybody. I will play with just about any of my viewers, as long as they set it up in a proper fashion.
Exactly.
Like, I schedule out like 2 weeks in advance. I've got I do have a couple streams, like my Thursdays and Fridays, where, and this is going to tie back to your question, I promise, at some point in time.
You're good. I was gonna lean into like what how it not affects me, but like what my relation to having other people in call does. But go on.
Yeah, so the Thursdays and Fridays, I have set people that I played with enough. I know their content, they know my content. We know how to interact. And that's one of the cool things about playing with so many different people, is you find those people that you're just like, oh, something magical just happened while we were playing. And not just magical, something magical happened that you and I both have this time slot and are willing to take this time slot every week and devote to it. Because I've had some streams where I played with people like Jal that was fantastic, loved it, would 10 out of 10 would do it again. And it's that like soon trademark. Because we're both very busy. We're both very, very busy.
And we have like our own, expectations for our stream.
You absolutely are not a Hunt main too. So it helps that these people that I'm playing with are Hunt mains.
Yeah.
So, but that's been good too, because our chats have bled over. Like, I always keep everybody else's chat pulled up while I'm streaming also. So because I've got 6 monitors, it's really nice and easy to do. So I can see what they're saying to their chat, like kind of like, and it's funny because you'll see the same name in mine and the other one and the other one. I'm like, hey, that's awesome. That's community building. Yeah. It's awesome. And so those people understand when maybe I'm not talking to X, Y, or Z. It's because I'm talking to chat and they're talking in the other chats, and they see it too. Yeah, so it's really cool. So,
it's a good understanding.
It is. Yeah. It's amazing. But I do enjoy every once in a while breaking it up and playing a random game. Like I played Magic the other day, and it was just like, oh yeah, this is what it's like to be the only focus of attention. Everyone wants to talk to me.
No,
I'm too like what is it?
Self-centered. No, I'm kidding.
No, too vain. I'm too vain to let anyone else have.
I mean,
the,
you probably
the
think
attention
this
in my
song is
stream.
about you, right? You're so vain.
It definitely.
But no, with streaming and everything, I used to mostly be by myself when I was doing, especially with Monster Hunter World when I was streaming that for a while. But then, especially recently, I don't know why, but it's been really hard for me to do it by myself. Like the mentality of like having to go into something and create conversation has been a little more difficult for me. But having I've been giving like specific people in my Discord like roles to be able to just hop into the stream call and just like chill with us. You hop into the stream call whenever and just join the game and we play together. So it's like, but it's only people that I know I can like mesh well with on stream and like
trust
yeah, especially and just have like a fucking just goofy time on stream, because like my whole thing on stream is just like I don't think people come in for the gameplay. They come in for just me just goofing off and just
exactly
creating chaos like every stream there is, and having other people to kind of help with that chaos is always nice because they make fun of me in call like right on the bat, so it's great.
Yeah.
But I always do appreciate those solo streams as well, because I did like Demon Slayer the other day, and holy shit.
How was that? I was gonna ask you about that.
You play Souls games, by the way?
I played Dark Souls 3 for the first time.
I'm so sorry.
I beat every single boss just to say I beat every single boss.
He did it.
Good job.
They're fun.
I feel like Dark Souls people are just this whole different breed of gamer, because I don't have the patience for that shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like the boss
It's
fight
a different mentality.
make me want to literally stab something.
No, I agree. But I was determined because I'm like, I want to beat a fucking Souls game, because I was just like, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be that person too. I want to fucking tell him. I was like, I beat this guy.
That's awesome. That's amazing, and that's an accomplishment that should honestly be in your epitaph. Like, Skoj, great man. X whatever year you were born to whatever. Also, beat Dark Souls 3. Yes. On the great. That's right.
But
I want to piggyback off of what Skoj was saying, and like what I kind of interjected there, which is like people that you trust, and then piggybacking on what 50 said. Hey, viewers and other streamers out there in the world, don't enter someone's fucking channel for the first time and ask to join VC. We're gonna tell you no.
Yeah,
we don't know you.
Yeah,
no.
Oh my god, the number of people that I had, because that's mostly why I stopped doing like VC with people on stream, because I'd get other people who felt like they were entitled to be in that too.
Yeah.
Like coming in and being like, hey, can I join the VC? Or like, hey, can you drop me into the VC? I'm like,
no,
absolutely not.
No.
If I want you in there, I'll put you in there. You're not going in there. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
And like in my Discord, I have like a little waiting room thing, and I had someone one night when I was doing viewer hunts in Monster Hunter that would keep like joining it, and then in chat they'd be like, hey, I'm in waiting room. Can you drop me in? I'm like, no, and then I would disconnect them. And then they just join it back again, and I just disconnect them again. It eventually got to the point I just banned them. I was like, you're being belligerent and obnoxious. Goodbye, friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like, don't be that person. Like we want to play with you, but we don't trust you here yet. You know, you got to earn that. Yeah, this is our space. You got to earn that.
You need to get the vibe. You need to read the room. Read the room.
Yeah, normally like, that's what I
did for 2 years before I was on his stream.
Oh yeah, like and it was a mistake letting you. No, I'm kidding.
It was.
No,
it absolutely was.
I had such a good time on that stream.
Yeah. No, it was.
But the way I always did it, especially when I was, because I've now that I've got slots filled, like during the week of like, I know I'm playing with this person. Before I had that, and I was scheduling, because I was doing, at the height of the pandemic, I was doing, I think it was 7 or 8 streams a week. It was Monday night, Tuesday day, Wednesday day, Thursday day, Thursday night, Friday day, Friday night, and Saturday. So that was a lot. That's 8, I believe.
I would literally wake up and immediately check if 50 was live, because I was in 50's chat every day during lockdown.
Dude, it was insane.
Wow.
I'm still doing. I think I'm still because I've got a part-time job at a pub now, so I'm balanced. I'm trying to find a balance in between, and I'm still doing. I think like 6 streams a week. So
Something like that.
It's not good or healthy. I don't suggest it to anybody else.
It is not.
Yeah,
but
I've done that before.
Yeah. Like the first month that I had the pub job, I was working like 20 to 30 hours a week at the pub. And then I think in that month, I also dropped like 190 hours on Twitch streaming alone. We're not talking about off networking, etc. So, and that was too much. And I was a miserable person, and I'm getting better at it. But back at the height of the pandemic, when I was doing 9 or 8 streams a week, I would have to find 2 people to stream with. That's 18 people. So I'd find, and I tried to pride myself on like finding new people every day. So I would have 18 different streamers that I was also grabbing throughout the week. And the way I would do it is the first time I played with you was not on stream. I would play on Wednesday night or Sunday day, my off day. I would basically have, it's almost like auditions for, do we vibe well? Are we going to be able to, or the other, I'll get into that one. So hold on. So,
this is what this podcast is, by the way, is just ranting about shit we have to deal with on stream.
No. That's cool then. That's great. But it would also be like our game styles good, because at Hunt, the way I create content is I do dumb things. Hunt each game has up to an hour to play out, which is an absurd amount of time for this game. Hunt should be like a 20-minute game. That's if you're not out of your match by 20 minutes, it's probably because you're a piece of shit sniper sitting in a bush somewhere camping something, and nobody likes you. No one likes you. I'm just letting you know. Yes, I recognize that it's a way to play the game, and you shouldn't tell people how to have fun and all of that very, very important stuff. But at the same point in time, just don't be a shitbag, okay?
But you don't pay my sub.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I would do that because I play very quick. I play very aggressively because like I said earlier, 5,000 plus deaths. I don't care about losing the hunter. I care about having fun and giving out content that makes people happy. So I would have people be like, "Oh, I want to play with you." I'd be like, "All right, well, let's play on a Wednesday night and let's see how you mesh with me." And they do that. They'd sit in a fucking bush for like 20 minutes. I'm like, "What are you doing? Why are you? We're playing together. I'm dead in the compound. I've been dead for 15 minutes. Why are you still in a bush?" You know, it's like, sorry, those people don't make it on stream, because that is the worst content ever. Me watching somebody else play a game.
No.
So you're a viewer watching me watch somebody else. I'm just like, no, this is stupid. I hate that. So I would do that. And then the other thing is I would have people, and there's one of them. It's one of my, I'm not going to say his name, but when he watches this, he'll know I'm talking about him. For the longest time.
You know who you are.
Yeah. His computer was trash. Like, it was absolute trash. And he admitted it. He knew it. He was waiting for GPU prices to come down, just like all of us are. It's never going to happen, by the way. So his computer would crash. He would be like, yeah, he's like, let's play Hunt together. And a couple times, because he's such a good friend and I've known him for so long, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. And I'd pop him on stream. And then every other match, he'd be like, oh, my game crashed. I disconnected. And I'm like, well, fuck me. Now I've got to go to an extract. I don't get to play the game. We just wasted 15 minutes. He restarts. Yeah. We play a game. Be like, all right, cool. This is better. And then all of a sudden, oh, my game crashed. I was just like, I'm never streaming with you again. I'm sorry. I love you.
Yep.
Fix your shit. Then we can do it again. And now he fixed his shit and we did it again. It was fine. But it's just like, but it's so, the whole tryout process was always, once more, I had to tell people no, and it's not something you want to do, because I know some of those people never came back to my channel. They're like, well, he's too good for me. It's like, no, this is my job. At the end of the day, this is my job. And if you're not helping me better my job, if you were actively, not on purpose, but if you were actively keeping me from doing my job well, I'm sorry you can't be a part of that. You can be in chat, and I'm fine with that. I love that. Please be in my, come back. Please come back to my chat.
Nikki's apology to all of you.
Yeah, well, it's a sorry not sorry thing. But it does suck having to tell your community no. But it's also, you've got to finally tie it back to the question. You've got to find those people that work well, so that when you are creating that content, you're actually creating the best content you can.
Yeah.
So what was the question again?
Who fucking knows?
Yeah, I don't remember.
know. It was mostly just like
you play Dark Souls. That's what it was. You're insane. You're an absolute.
That's what it was.
No, but it was like multiplayer versus single player in terms of gameplay, which I think we pretty much covered. But like,
Skoy, you and 50 have the exact same play style, which is run at the problem.
Yeah. Well, that comes from, for me personally, it comes from being an old retro gamer where it was the coin munching shit. It was just math. You know, it was Contra. Just shoot.
Remember when you were playing spooky games with Forrest?
Oh yeah, for me it's just like I know what to do. Like this thing wants to kill me to progress through the game, so I'm gonna run at the thing that's gonna kill me. And then Liz in the call with me, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?" And it's just it's like I'm progressing.
Are you running at it? Yeah, and that's like the other thing too. Is it comes down to a matter of what is your intent with your content, right? And we have this conversation in Monster Hunter all the time because there's a serious problem with people backseating in Monster Hunter that are like, oh, you aren't doing everything perfectly optimal, and like, what's your build? Oh, it's garbage. Like, you should be doing it this way instead. And like, and you get that in competitive style, highly optimized games. But you have to remember, like, what's the intent? Is this person speedrunning? Absolutely, that's welcome. For the most part, don't backseat a fucking speedrunner.
Don't backseat.
Just in a period in general. But like when you're, especially like I like that kind of aspect, 50 that you have. It's like you don't have to be good at a game to be entertaining with a game. Like identify that you are more fun when you fail, or like how to spin the failure into a fun thing, and then you're just enjoying the game all the time now. Because then when you succeed, it's even better, it's even cooler, and when you fail, it's like water off the back, just having fun with it. But then you get those people that are like super sweaty, like, why didn't you just do it this way instead? It's like, because that's boring. I don't want to sit in the bush.
I don't want to sit in the bush for 20 minutes, you piece of shit. Get out of it. So in that respect, I think both of you could probably agree that there is a very small niche of Twitch streamers that play the game, whatever game it is, at the highest peak level, and people watch for that. That's competitive esports stuff. The other 99.99999999999% of us content creators are not that person.
Nope.
Yeah. And so if we try to play like that, we're not going to grow our communities because we're not that person.
No.
And here's the other thing is your viewers aren't that person either. I feel like the reason why I grew so well in Hunt is because I was like, hi, I'm just like you. I'm literally just like you. I'm going to screw up, and I'm fine with that. I'm going to lean into that. I'm going to put my tongue in my cheek and make the title 5,000 plus deaths so that when you come in, you feel at home. I've immediately disarmed you. You come in, you're like, oh man, I have that many deaths too. We're buddies. We're freaking friends already. And now you can, it sets the tone for your stream immediately as, hey, we're all just playing games together. And it works well with the multiplayer aspect too, because I'm playing with a couple friends just like you do. You do the same thing. You're probably doing it right now. Don't play Hunt and watch another Hunt streamer. It gets really confusing with the audio cues. I do it a lot. That's how I know.
I do the same thing with Smite.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, this is so hard. But I love that in that respect, because throwing it immediately at the viewer is like, hey, I'm just one of you, because I am. At the end of the day, it's like I'm sitting here right now in like a shirt and I'm wearing pajama pants. I woke up
pretty comfiest man right now.
Late for this podcast. I have not showered. I just drank some strawberry milk for breakfast and I'm in my pajamas still. It's just like,
it's 1:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's hush. All right, look, I work nights. But it's now I'm completely derailed now.
Got his ass.
Yeah, got him. But that's something that I really think is important is recognizing your content and knowing what you are. I mean, it's like my name. People always ask me, like, how'd you come up with your name? And I wish I had this really cool story. I don't. Basically, my really cool story is I had a name that had a really cool story, but it was also a sad story. So I had to tell it every time somebody new came into my chat.
Yeah.
And it made me sad. And finally one day I was like, I need a new name. I need to rebrand. So I thought about like, what should I be? And I was like, you know what? I don't take this seriously as a gamer. I take this seriously as a content creator and as an entertainer, but I don't take it seriously as a gamer. So I was just like, I half-ass everything. So that's 50%, right? Oh, there we go. Name. Cool.
Done.
And I asked a couple of my friends, I was like, what do y'all think of this? And they're like, that's stupid. That's the dumbest name I've ever heard. I was like,
perfect.
Oh, man, I thought this was really cool.
Yeah,
but I was just like, you know what? I'll just, because this was back before it was like 90 days to change your name. You could do it like every 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'll just change my name and see how it goes. And everyone loved it. My two friends that told me it was stupid, go fuck yourselves. You didn't know what you were talking about.
No.
You know who you are.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you can have so many
great.
nicknames with it. You could call you 50, you call you percent, just or 50%, just whatever
50.
the fuck. Yeah.
I love going into new chats because so many people when they glaze over it, and I get it. I totally understand this. It's the streamer. No, it's the streamer read. You read what they say, but you don't read all of it, and that includes their name. And I get 50 Cent all the time. 50 Cent. I'm just like, yes, I am a very, very awesome rapper. You're correct.
He's here.
I fucking love it.
Yeah. So, but it's. Y'all do that. Y'all do that too. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah, no, I do that all the time. People are just like, you didn't read my comments. Like I did, but I didn't read it out loud.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's go. That's what we're talking about now.
I love it. I know where this is going.
There are 50 of you in fucking chat. 30 of you are chatting. I don't read your one comment that says Venus, and you go, streamer didn't read my chat. No, I'm speedrunning a game. I'm playing the game. Of course I glazed over Venus.
Oh my god, I love it. No, I'm with you on that.
It grinds my gears. No. Tell me, don't get on my shit because I didn't read your comment. Just send it again if you really want me to read it. I'll read Venus twice.
Yeah, I don't mind.
See, that's don't get on my shit.
I've trained a lot of people
instead of saying you didn't read my chat. If I didn't read
here's the thing, it's like,
send it again.
Here's what I don't understand. Why did you tell me you didn't read it? If I didn't read your first comment, why am I going to read that I didn't read it?
Didn't read what?
Didn't read what? Yeah. Maybe do me a favor and just like y'all are saying, repost it instead of saying you didn't read it.
And instead of making me
feel like shit.
Yeah. If mods deleted it, then there's a reason why I didn't
yeah, right. I hate that. I love that one. Like, where'd my message go?
Deleted. You know why. You fucking know why.
You said Venus.
Oh man. But I also have a finite amount of room because my chat screen is a 4x3. Which is awesome. It's great for my desk and whatnot. I do think eventually I'm gonna like do the rotate one of the monitors so it's longer. But that's the other thing is nice. If your chat's really bumping, there's times it's like you just physically can't read that. Yeah. There's no way. Even if that's what your whole stream was, is you staring at it. If it's going too fast, you're not going to catch everything.
Not going to get it.
Oh, it's great.
And you're definitely not going to read all of them out loud. I think there's a progression for streamers. When you first start out, you read every comment.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, when you first start out, there's not that many people there. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can read it out loud.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I remember the like first time my chat was too fast. And I was just like, I'm trying to, and then your comment, and then I'm trying to read all these out loud and reply to, oh my God, what is going on? And I like spent 30 minutes trying to catch up after a run once. I was just like, oh, what is this? This is what it's like. And that's when I realized I was just like, it's okay. You're going to miss some of them. Oh, also, if we want to go on a rant, if you are having a conversation with another person in the chat, I'm cool.
Oh, taking the DMs.
No, you can have it in there. I'm fine with that. You can have it, but do me a favor, at the person.
Yeah, I end up reading the comment. Yeah. I'm just like,
Jalbagel, blah 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 in Skoj's chat. That way, Skoj sees it and sees that you are talking to someone else.
Someone else,
not him. Just at that person, because we see that, and the second I see somebody at somebody else, because I've trained my community to do this, the second I see them at someone else, I ignore it completely.
Yeah,
and I'm fine with that because I want them to have
mods
those
in chat
conversations.
too. Oh yeah, you have mods in chat too.
You have mods?
Yeah, 50. Do you even have a mod?
I not really.
Oh.
I don't. Yeah,
But what
I'm trying to think
say
like
is-
who mods 50's chat. I don't think anyone
It's
does.
because I do. the thing was is once more rewind back to pandemic, 8 streams a week, like 190 hours. I can't ask somebody to be there for that.
No, absolutely not.
So I gave up. Like I had like 14 mods at one point in time. And
You remember that?
yeah, and I was just like, why am I doing this? Because all I really need, my chat's pretty loose because I curse and swear and blah 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 and
Flash controllers and drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh yeah, I drank a lot. I was gonna say no subject is taboo, but use common sense. Don't be a racist twat, things like that. But
yeah, no.
like there's a running joke in my community about the fact that almost every stream at some point in time we devoid into a conversation about sounding. If you don't know what that is, just look it up.
Jesus Christ.
You don't know what that is, just look it up. I'm not going to go into it here. But because of that, I'm just like, some 13-year-old kid comes in and is like, penis. I'm like, ha ha ha. Okay, I don't care. I don't need a mod to delete that.
Oh yeah.
Because trust me, we're talking about shoving things into a penis. So it's
wait, you told them to Google it.
Stop! Why did you tell? I didn't want that more of an image in my head. I already got what the point was, and you're just like, yeah. I'm like, fuck
It sounds like our whenever we play D&D, because for some reason we always talk about sounding when we play D&D.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like sometimes you just got to discuss it. But because of that, why not? I mean, if we're not going to, who is?
nothing should go up that hole.
I agree. Nothing should go up that hole. So because of that, I don't really need mods. Like I did the shout outs. I expanded that to VIPs because I've got 100 of those. So at least one of those is in chat all the time. So if I'm just like, yo, can I get a shout out for somebody? Also, when I go into, do y'all have this issue? And this is going to sound really weird and egotistical. Do you feel awkward saying hi in somebody else's chat because you know you're immediately going to get shouted out? Or is that
Absolutely
just me?
not?
No.
Okay. So
I trained myself not to anymore because I don't expect a shout out when I don't get it, and the only reason that they are doing it is because they want to, and that's how I've tricked myself.
Okay. Because it feels
unless
weird.
it's a chat that I've never been in before, and I go
That's
and
what
say
I'm
hi.
talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Like a new viewer.
I get caught off
I'll be like,
guard
holy
because I'm just
shit.
like, hey, I want to say hi to this person I never met before. And they're like,
And
I
like,
know
oh my God,
you.
shut up, blah, 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 blah. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I'm just
I
like,
just want to talk to you.
Hi, so say
Calm
hi.
down.
Yeah.
It's like yelling at their mods. Like, stop it.
Yeah,
Just
that happens
chill.
a lot. That happens a lot with the check mark. So I'm really happy that Twitch lets you turn the check mark off.
Oh, you
You can go. So like in the settings to personalize your badge, you can turn the check mark off.
That's
so
awesome.
if it's a new viewer, if it's someone I've
That's a
never
new
watched
PlayStation.
before,
Yeah. Oh,
I
nice.
usually turn it off just so I can go and say hi and like have the conversation with them and stuff like that. And then
you turn
Then you can turn it back.
and then I turn it back on, right? Yeah.
Like mid conversation, they're just like, wait a minute, wait.
Because like I've had that go both ways. I have like one where it's like, the people get like starstruck. First of all, partner means fucking nothing. It means I have more emote slots than you and guaranteed transcoding. That's it. Oh yeah, no, we all want that, but that's all that it means.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
In the grand scheme of it all, I'm still a small streamer.
It does help. Something that does help with partnership as well is sponsorships, because they see they see that check
hasn't helped yet.
Well, you're not reaching out well enough.
We're gonna talk about this later.
Correct.
We're gonna talk about this
the
off
numbers.
podcast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But because it's all about your numbers. It's not about. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
about this
no.
partnership.
But I mean, like the partnership
Right.
helps to continue the conversation, where it's just like, oh,
Sure.
you're partnered on Twitch, and they start talking, and then they look at your numbers like,
Sure. Oh yeah, you still only have 30 average. How the fuck does that happen?
Is it awesome? Duh.
Yeah, because that's all my 30 friends on Facebook. No, but because I'll have it go both ways, right? Where it's like, I'll have it go both ways, where like they are starstruck, like, oh my god, like super big streamers here, let's shout them out and ask them about them and make it all about them. It's like, no, dude, I want to like be here for your shit, not mine. Or I'll have it go this way, which this has happened like twice now, and I didn't think it did, but I used to always see these kind of like comments on Twitter and on Reddit. But I went into a chat, this, like I said, it's happened like 2 or 3 times. So I'll go into a chat and I'll say hi, and I'll immediately get banned, or I'll get called out, and they're like, yeah, because I'm a partner, and they think that I'm going there to leech their community.
Oh no! Oh, that's sad.
That's
and
really
so
sad.
I got called out. I've been immediately banned once just for saying hi, and I just got banned. Wow. I did the ban request, and the mod messaged me back. They're like, we don't need no partners here. I said, okay.
All right.
And then and I said, yeah, all right, that's fine. I'll leave then. Put that in your chat list then. No partners allowed, and I won't come back. And then the other time that it happened, I said hi, and they said, oh, watch out, big old check mark in chat, guys. Oh, watch out for the check mark, here to steal my community. And I'm like, you've had a bad experience. That's not what I'm here for. So I'll just leave. Like I don't need to be berated by you for that shit.
No,
okay.
But
wow, I never.
That's why I'm happy I can turn it off.
No, but absolutely, I'm glad that they instituted that, because it used to not be that way, right? You used to have to have it on. Staff members, I think, are the same way.
Staff
members now, like if you are Twitch staff, I don't think you can turn that off.
Nope.
Damn it.
I don't think so.
I knew that they used to not be able. I thought they could now, which sucks because
I don't know. Maybe they can. I have no idea.
I hope they can, because like I'm gonna do a little, like, what is it, white knighting or whatnot.
Sure.
Just to let you all know, and this can bleed over to my experiences with the hunt community too. Just to let you all know, just because somebody is a Twitch staff member doesn't mean that they're the ones that fucked you over in the past. So maybe be nice to them. Mm-hmm. Like just in general. Just I fucking hate that shit. Like I've been in a chat before and seen a friend of the streamer come in, and they were a Twitch community or a Twitch staffer, so they have a little wrench. Yeah. And the second they came in and said like hi, like to their really good friend, all of a sudden the chat just exploded with like, how come Twitch hasn't done this? How come I was like, they work in the fucking art department, okay?
Yeah.
Leave them alone. They don't know. Just
I don't think people understand. It's just like there are different roles when it comes to being on social media for like jobs. Like if you're on
Skoy has so many feelings right now.
I do. I'm trying to like get things out right now. Like especially there was one thing for like Fall Guys. There was like when Fall Guys was out, it was like really exploding and everything. There was a community manager for the Twitter that was supposed to be mostly memes and just like jokes about like a lot of things about like relating to the game, and it was really fucking funny. The community manager for that, like, it was probably the best thing I've ever seen, because it was just like their Twitter exploded to like 1 million followers so fast, or like compared to any other thing. But people were complaining to the community, like to them. It's like, why are you posting this shit instead of taking care of this? It's like there are different roles.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I manage
the social media.
There's a huge company, and there's other people that take care of those problems.
Yeah, there's not one person in charge of one game. There's a lot of people involved.
I thankfully, I was going to say this ties back to Hunt, because I'm friends with a couple of their community managers now, and they are incredibly kind to the streamers, by the way. They understand we are literal free advertising for them. Yeah. So they bend over backwards to keep us happy, and I fucking appreciate the shit out of them. And I hate it because I know they lurk in my chat a lot. And they don't say anything, because the second they pipe up, same thing, chat explodes. Why haven't you fixed dualies yet? The dodge is overpowered, which I agree, and that's
that's the person you complain to.
I'm on the forefront. The last time one of them came in, I leaned into it, and I was just like, and he leaned into it back, which was perfect. Okay. Him and I just went on for a tirade about dualies back and forth. Like, I'm yelling about it, he's telling me about how he in the creative management, like, does not touch game coding whatsoever. He's like, I'm going to increase the accuracy and blah, blah, blah. And he's just like going on. He's like, I'm going to name it the 50% patch and shit like that. He even like convinced me to run dualies for a round. And I was like, these are such shit. I hate it. And it was just like, we had fun with it. And it shut, no offense to them, but it shut my fucking chat up for a second about it at him. And it kind of drove home the point, the joking point of, hey, he's a guy that doesn't have anything to do with the problems you're complaining about, but he wants to hang out in my stream as well and talk with me and hang out. So y'all leave him the hell alone and we can have fun with this, you know? It was really cool. I loved it. And it was a good learning experience, I think, for the community as a whole. And I just don't understand why people attack those people, because it's not their problem. That guy's there to give me Steam codes to give away. He's not there to fix your fucking registration issues, your hit registration issues, you know? Yeah. So, and it's the same thing with Twitch. Just be nice. People are just be nice to people. Can we just do that? So let's just go with that. Be nice to people, except for the fucking assholes stuck in a bush. Fuck those guys. I hate them.
Excuse me. Be nice to people. That makes you a loser.
Oh God.
I'm gonna go sit in this bush and talk shit about you for 40 minutes.
Good. Your KD's probably really good too. Oh man.
Oh man.
Get sniped out of the bush.
Fuck. Yeah, no, it's just I don't don't understand why people
are just tone deaf to that kind of conversation and like where it's appropriate to happen and stuff like that. But it just comes down to like the general feeling of the internet nowadays, which is everyone's mad. You know, it's like, yeah, dude, everyone's angry about everything. You're not special. It's okay. Trust me, we're all complaining about the same shit. Just do it through the right means, not in my chat where it makes no sense.
Go do it on Facebook where no one else is going to read it, and I'll be happy because then I don't have to see your shit.
Or go to Reddit where we expect to see toxic bullshit, or do it on Twitter so we can mute the conversation.
Or block. Yeah, one of those. Yeah. It's really funny seeing people, and like I see it sometimes with like other streamers or anything. I see a viewer post or something like that, or Twitter, where it's just like, this streamer blocked me, and I'm like, probably for their own mental health.
Probably for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. You being
the fact that you
kind of a dick putting it on social media right now.
Exactly.
Block you.
Yeah, exactly.
I have this rule because I've had this hasn't happened just once. It's actually happened a couple of times, but I've had people come into like my channel and go, I just got banned on this person's stream. I said they probably had good reason. It's like, no, they did it for no reason. And I'm like, you're giving me plenty of reason right now. So I'm certain you did something. But like my whole thing about it is like, I don't care. The last person that did that, I flat out says like, I really don't care if they blocked you or banned you or whatever.
Just don't talk about
that's their stream. That's their place.
That's their drama.
I don't give a shit.
Leave that there.
Yeah. Leave me out of it. I have a very, very heavy just keep your fucking drama out of my channel. What's policy? Is that the word? I know it started with a P. Policy. Okay. Yeah. And it was funny. The last time I had somebody come in, and it happened a lot more when I played Rocket League, because Rocket League traditionally has a much younger viewership. The last time I had somebody come in and be like, blah, blah, banned me. It was my very good friend MG Homie, who I mod for at that point in time. I don't anymore. But I was modding for him at that time. So somebody came in and they're like, MG Homie just banned me in his channel. I don't know why. And I said, I know why, and just banned him. Yeah. Because I was just like, no. Because I didn't know why, by the way. I wasn't in at the time, but I was just like, I know why now. Because you're an annoying child.
Being this.
You're being annoying. You are. And we can go. I heard you say it, Skoy, by the way. We're gonna get into self-promotion here in a second.
No, it was something else.
Fancy's got opinions about this.
I've got all the opinions on that. Can I say something? Yeah, go.
Okay, so there was one time, there was recently in a Monster Hunter stream where somebody popped in and they were chatting up a little bit, and then they were saying, "Oh, this person just went live." I was like, I'm gonna go on, hop over to the other channel. I muted.
Yeah, there he goes.
No, don't do that to people.
I purged their message or deleted their message and say, please do not talk about other streamers like that, or say that you're going to go to another streamer that is actually very rude, and I really don't like that. Please never do that. I said that straight up to him. And he was
Good,
just
you
like,
should have.
Yeah, and then he
Absolutely.
replied saying, it's just like something along the lines of just like, well, it's already been done, too late. And then he's like, I'm gonna say, it's like,
Flash ban.
and then he said, goodbye, little boy. And I'm like, fucking, he's like, if you're gonna talk to me like that,
God, goodbye, little boy.
I banned him right on the spot. It's like, I don't want you here. Much love. Take care. Fucking did
Later,
not
kid.
want that. I
You
was
are
like,
such a more eloquent person than me.
oh,
You got little Boyd.
I got a little boy. I'm 6'1".
And also not a child.
I'm not a child. I'm 23 years old. What the fuck?
Damn.
That's
Shit. Yeah, the last time someone did that to in my stream, my chat was dead at the time too. So I was already kind of like in a bad mood, and I was doing a shower percent. I remember that. So I was already in an even worse mood. And they said like, oh, so and so just went live. I'm gonna go over there. And then I went off on them, and then 3 of my mods went off on them, and I was just like, oh, this is a problem. But like I really at that point I was just like, I flat out said, it's like, who, like, what part of your brain thought it was okay to say that to somebody else who's already just in a shitty mood? You're more or less promoting like somebody else's stream in my channel while being like, I was so taken aback by someone could be that tone deaf.
Yeah.
Don't do that, guys.
no.
Just leave. Just leave. Say
just
nothing.
Leave. Or just say I'm gonna lurk. Take care.
Lurk.
Fucking, just don't
Just
say
lurk.
that you're going to another streamer's chat, because like that hurts us. Because you're just like, oh,
You have no idea how
You're
much
saying
it hurts us.
It
what you
really
are telling that
mentally
streamer
for
is
us.
you're not as cool as this other person. I would much rather be hanging out with them instead of you. You have been a time filler until they get here. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying when you tell somebody, I'm gonna go watch this other streamer who just went live. That's literally what you're telling us.
Nope.
That there's no like, oh, maybe you meant it. No. In our head, that's what you just told us, because that's what it means.
It hurts a lot.
We're mental
human-
health is just
We're human
huge
beings
for
too.
streamers.
We're dealing with everything you're dealing with right now, and it's just like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, a couple months ago, 50, you made a really good post about that I like soundboarded off on Twitter. It was like a while back, right? You know, because you post on Twitter like maybe once a quarter. And,
that's about it. Yeah.
But I
post when I do drum
streams.
streams and when I'm like really drunk and have one hell of a rant that I reword into hopefully nicer words instead of ass, you know.
Instead of just screaming at the top of your lungs, fuck everything.
Yeah, exactly. I try.
I remember that you posted that, and it was a very good, like, it was the same vein, like, hey, don't say this to your streamer, like, we're already going through enough as it is. And I was like, this 100 times this.
I'm not your shrink, basically. It was I had a stream where, and it's always hard because we want to be part of y'all's lives. We want to listen to everything the community has to say. But when you have a night where you're in a not good mood, because we stream when we're not in good moods, by the way, especially for someone like me who this is my full-time job. I can't not. Like, I miss the days of like, I don't feel well, I'm not gonna stream. Like, those days are long gone. Now it's like, I don't feel well, I have to smile. Or in my case, I'm very, very transparent with my community when I'm having a bad day. I'm like, hey guys, I'm having a bad day. Let's keep it chill tonight. Let's maybe say some uplifting things to each other. And then some fucking shithead in the bush shoots me from 200 meters away 20 minutes into the match in the head, and I'm pissed off. But don't be that guy. I cannot stress that enough. But so I was having one of those nights, and my community was kind of aware of it. But instead of doing uplifting, we went the wrong way. Everyone else started talking about all their problems too.
Yep.
And
trauma dump.
I want to hear about it. I want to talk to you about it, but at the same point in time, that was not the night. And it was, and it's some of my really good friends, like one of my mods was in on it too, and they apologized later. It's like, you don't have to apologize. You didn't realize what you were doing. I didn't realize at the time what was happening and how much it was affecting me until the end of the stream, when I realized I just sat there and tried to play psychiatrist to 40 kids. Not kids, but you know what I'm saying. I call everyone kids. I call my parents kids. I played psychiatrist to 40 people for 3 hours while I was in a bad mood. And I hadn't realized how bad it had affected my mental health until I got off. And that's when I wrote that tweet. I was just like, please understand. I love each and every one of you. I know you're going through shit. I am too. And sometimes I don't want to hear 40 people's shit on top of mine. It's a shit sandwich, and I was in the middle. Yeah. And I didn't like it. I wanted to be the bread, not the meat of the shit sandwich. So, and it's funny because I guess at the same point in time, I was kind of doing the same thing on Twitter. I was telling everyone, here's my shit. So, but thankfully on Twitter,
that's your place to do that too.
Yeah, you can. That's where you can do that. Yeah,
people follow you for you. It's not like if they don't want to see it, they just scroll by.
Yeah, just scroll past it.
But also, mental health is something that I never realized was such a thing for streamers until I became full-time. If both of you have jobs outside of streaming, right?
Currently, no.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. No, because I understand it. The second you go full-time and this is what is your income, the anxiety level exponentially just up into the roof. I didn't realize it until I did it. Yeah. And then about a month later, I was like, holy fuck, I am actually wondering if the word depression comes into mind. Social anxiety. I've never had that in my life. I'm 37 and I've never had that. And the level of anxiety that comes with being a full-time content creator is insane.
It's a lot.
It's absolutely crazy.
It's a lot.
It's impossible to describe to people too. Unless
you don't know until you're there.
Yeah, you don't. Because I when I was going full time, I had a bunch of my friends who were like, yeah, we'll support you. And I was like, that's cool. They're like, no, really, we're going to support you. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, we're going to be there for you. I was like, well, you're acting like I'm like signing a death warrant. They're like, we're going to be there for you. I'm just like, oh, geez. And now I understand because I'm just like, yeah, it's because everything you do, literally everything you do in your life affects whether or not you eat. And this goes back to me talking about like tryouts for playing games with me, you know, because the second you go blah, 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 and somebody says, I'm never coming back here. That's somebody that may have bought you lunch inadvertently with subs for the past couple months, you know, or bits. And now that means you don't get to eat that day, literally. And when you break it down that way, that's kind of insane that every aspect, and it's not just online. If you're like what Jal was saying, like he went into that chat and he was like, he's a partner, and the guy's like, oh, look at this big partner guy. Then all it takes is one of his viewers to be like, oh, fuck that guy. And he goes on Twitter and is like, I saw Jalbagel go into this guy's chat to leech his community, and then it explodes, and all of a sudden you're a piece of shit. And you're just like, I just wanted to say hi to somebody. I just wanted to say hello. And it's stuff like that goes through our brains literally constantly. I have sent so many apology messages to other streamers, and they're like, why are you apologizing? I'm like, because I felt like I fucked up there. They're like, you said hi in my chat. I was really drunk. No, it's fine. We know you, 50. If you weren't, we would have been worried. But did I say something to embarrass you? No, you said hi in chat. Like, okay. Because you're worried all the time. You're so worried that anything you could possibly do could get you canceled. Literally. And then you don't get to eat, and that sucks. So I'm sorry. I'm here for you, buddy. I'm here for you. If you ever need anything, please do.
How has that been since going full time now? Because you've been doing it for a couple months now.
The first few months, it was back in like May. It was literally on my birthday when I quit my job. I didn't realize I didn't realize it was on my birthday until I like quit. They were just like, oh yeah, today's your birthday. I'm like, oh yeah.
It's not a fuck now.
But no, like the first few months were a little stressful because like I was mostly known as like a Monster Hunter streamer. I would stream pretty much like 90% Monster Hunter the entire time. I was extremely burnt out with it at the time because it was just like, it was literally just like this. It was like I went from World to Rise to For You to Stories 2. And it was just back to back to back to back to back to back to back, no breaks. Like
that's a lot of Monster
Hunter. It was way too much. And then I was just like, listen, I need a break. And then that was also a time when I went full time. I was playing Hollow Knight, and my viewership dropped.
Of course.
Like it went.
We're coming back to it. It's all come full circle. We're coming back to you don't play your main game and lose half your viewership.
Yeah, but like it was the first time I ever seen my viewership drop below 10.
Oof.
That terrified me.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That hurts.
It did.
That's painful.
And so from there, I was just like, okay, I need to make a change. I need to make it now. I've been talking about Final Fantasy for the past like months or like however long. I was just like, I might be getting into this game. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to try Final Fantasy, try it on stream, bumped up to like 40 people, 30, 40 people. I was like,
feels
let's fucking go. Yeah, let's fucking go.
But yeah, so
please don't be a fluke.
Yeah,
please be consistent.
Yeah, so then I got into Final Fantasy for a while. I've been loving it, and then now I'm like trickling back into a Monster Hunter again with GU, and I'm realizing that especially with my girlfriend, she like no life's that game to like the end. She's almost almost completionist that game.
Oh wow.
And so I'm like, that was like my goal. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that. So that's what I'm doing in GU right now. But
nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like this is where I'm
you're
at.
Gonna speed run it.
No.
Yeah, you are. I heard you heard it here
logical
step.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go this complete full circle. That's speedrunning.
He's the smart one. He actually will say no to speedrunning.
But no, like, but now I'm like, now I feel goals. I feel things that are like happening. I'm pacing myself with it as well. I'm doing variety here and there.
That's good.
And people are enjoying it. People are loving it.
That's very good.
I had like one of the highest viewership I had when I played Demon Slayer the other day. It was really weird to see.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm really happy where I'm at right now. Yeah. But when I started,
I'm glad that's working for you.
Yeah. I'm really happy for that too. But when it started, it was hell.
Terrifying. Yeah. You said the word terrifying, and that I don't think that even scratches the surface, because I know I've been in that headspace and seen that number, that below 10 for something. Like I was doing a Minecraft. It was one of my first ever Minecraft streams, and everyone's like, "Why are you playing this child's game?" Because I normally have a higher age bracket watching me, because I'm a higher age bracket. I'm a fucking boomer. And so they were all like, "Why are you playing this game?" Or they just didn't show up at all. Yeah, which is fine. And I was just like, that's cool. But I once more like figured out a way to turn it into me and my content, and it was cool. And I brought a bunch of those people back. But I know I lost people from that, and that was when I was going full time. And same thing. It's just like, it's terrifying is like I said, scratching the surface. It is soul wrenching when you go from what you're used to half that, a quarter of that. And especially as full-time, I mean, that occurs to anybody, full-time or not, honestly. When you see that number, I also, I feel like everyone always asks streamers, and it's funny because it's a version of self-promotion, but I love this when people come in and they say, "Hey, I just started streaming. Do you have any tips?" I hate that, because you're obviously telling everybody, "Hey, I'm a streamer. You should come follow me." And I'm brand new, but I'm sure at the end of the day, it's actually kind of, it's sincere. They really do want to know. They're like, I see you succeeding and making millions, making your Twitch millions. So I need to know
all of your millions of
dollars.
You're getting dollars out of it, dude. I'm getting like
pennies.
bonbons out of this shit.
Oh, nice. I'm allergic to chocolate, so you can keep those.
Shit.
All right, all of them. So I always do try to actually give these people the best advice I feel like I can. And the two things I always tell new streamers is, number one, have a schedule. Even if your schedule is, I know that I'm going to stream Monday night. That's the only day I know I can stream. That's fine.
Make it a big deal.
Announce it. Make a big deal. Make it your schedule. That way they know they can come and see you on Monday nights. If you can stream other times too, cool, do it. But make a schedule. Make a schedule. Make a schedule. I've been doing this for almost 4 years, and I have missed 9 Mondays. That's it. Monday night has always been a stream day for me. Friday night's always a stream night for me. Thursday night's always a stream night for me. Like that was my first schedule, was Monday night, Thursday night, Friday night.
Talk about it.
Now
make
it's
a big deal about
everywhere.
It.
Yeah, but make a big deal. And the second thing that I will tell you, because, and this is going back to that terrifying, gut-wrenching thing, turn that little counter that shows you how many viewers you have off. Turn that off. You don't
worry about
need
it
to
after.
know. You don't need to know.
Yep.
Here's why you don't need to know. Because 2 things are going to happen. You're going to have, or 3 things actually.
You're
going to
have later.
a lower number.
Yeah,
you're going to have a lower number than what you think you should have. That's going to be option number 1, and you're going to feel like shit about it. You're going to be like, fuck, why am I doing something's wrong? I'm doing something wrong. And that's going to show in your content, and people are going to come in and they're going to see a very sad, depressed person, and they're going to leave. Option 2, the number is exactly where you think it should be, and you're going to want more. So you're going to be in your head the whole time going, man, what can I be doing different? How can I get that number higher? And you're going to be doing that the entire time, and people are going to come in and they're going to see a puzzled, confused streamer, and they're going to leave. Option 3, that number is going to be higher than what you're used to. And you're going to be like, oh God, what am I doing? Well, I've got to chase this high. You're going to chase that dragon. People are going to come in and you're going to be this nervous wreck, and they're going to see that person and they're going to leave. Turn that fucking view count off.
Turn it off.
Just gone forever. Like Skoj was just saying, you can check it later. I do all the time. When I get done with a stream, I go back, I look at my channel analytics, I see the little curve as to what happened, and sometimes I can judge and be like,
/raid, and like this amount of people are there, you're like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's a present to me.
Yeah.
That is my community giving me a present every time I do /raid and seeing a huge number. That is awesome. I love that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you all. The lurkers out there that are helping that number, you keep doing you. I love you for that. Thank you. And I get to be like, holy crap, this is awesome. This is great. Let's go drop all this love onto somebody else. Also, when you raid with a streamer, if you do nothing else, copy and paste their raid message.
Yep.
Just please, we love that, because when we drop into somebody's community, I had this happen to me yesterday, actually. I dropped into one of my really good friends' communities I haven't seen forever. I raided him with like 50 people. 3 people did the raid message. It's like, all right, that's cool. 5 minutes later, one of our other friends raided with 9 people. 8 of them did their message. I'm like, their community's better than mine. This isn't cool. Why? But anyways, so just do the raid message, please. You don't have to be subbed. We normally have like a subbed raid message and a subless raid message. It'll be great, and you'll be fun. And maybe you get to meet a new person. Don't leave when people raid. By the way, also don't leave. Stick around. Watch the other streamer. There's a reason why we raided that person. They're fucking awesome. Go say hi to them.
They're usually
it's like
cool,
we do a challenge.
or they're me.
Or who is better than cool?
I said they're usually cool, or they're me.
Oh, get out of here. You're 50% cooler than me. On brand.
On brand.
But actually, I haven't gotten to raid you in a while, because our times.
Yeah, I end before you do.
Yeah,
there was a time when Jal and I were about to raid each other. Like I was about to raid him.
Oh, I love that.
And he was about to raid me, and we're both like,
oh shit.
I literally opened up because I opened up his stream, and I usually check to see how long someone's been streaming for.
Yeah,
I know about how long my people stream for. And I opened it up, and it said like 5.5 hours. Like, there's no way. And I open it up and I look at it, and in the chat it says now rating Jalbagel. I was like, oh,
you're like, no,
don't do
that. Abort.
And then someone's just like, oh, he's ending too, and I'm just like, so I'm like, so I like message him. We're about to raid each other. He's like, yep. And I'm like, okay.
All right.
I did that with Sky.
That's really cool, because then you could be like, hey, who do you want to go double raid together?
You go pick someone.
Awesome. Those are, I love double raids like that.
Those are great.
That is one of the cool things about being a hunt streamer. Hold on, I'm going to talk over you for just 1 second. I'm going to say that is one of the coolest things about being a hunt streamer, is if it happens to be one of those days where all 3 of you are ending at the same time, you get to go do the triple raid and just blow somebody's fucking channel up. I love that shit. All right, so I'm done talking over you. Go ahead.
Oh, you. No, fuck no. Oh, I want to see like as a meme. I've never seen this before. What happens when you raid each other at the same time?
It's just hosts. It hosts each other.
Yeah,
it'll just host your channel like back and forth.
No, I know, but I mean, like, will it even do anything?
Oh, you just
will it change the page?
I guess you just end up hosting. It would change, because you would raid your channel into their chat, and then vice versa.
So what would the
but then you
page
both
look
are
like?
hosting an offline. But then you're both hosting an offline channel.
So it goes to auto host.
No, I mean, if you're still streaming right after you raid.
Auto host, or it'll. Oh no, I raid and then I end stream immediately.
It takes a few seconds for me.
I'm glad somebody's smart enough to do that. There have been so many times one of my mods has like hit me on Discord, like, "Hey, 50, you're still streaming." I'm just like, "Oh, it's been half an hour. That's cute." The worst one. Oh, I've got another one. I've got another. If we want to talk about mental health and stuff, I've got a really sad story. So I streamed one day. Yeah, it was. Well, it's funny also in some respect. Like 3 months ago, there was I had a stream. I don't remember what I was playing, but I wasn't in a good mood. The community just wasn't there. I think I was playing Alien Fireteam. That's what it was, and I loved that game. And I was having fun, but nobody cared about it. And that's okay. I understand that. So not a lot of people were there. So I had a very, very slow stream. Very slow. Like almost as slow as when I was trying to grind for affiliate 4 years ago slow. It was a rough stream. It was bad. Like that hurts. There's a one point in time I looked over, and I do have my timestamps turned on my chat. And in the small window that I have that normally holds about 30 chat messages, I could see every chat message for the past 2 hours. And I went, "Dang. Ow, this hurts." But I'm having fun with the game, so who cares? And afterwards, I raid off, and I'm just like, "All right, cool. We're gonna go. Hey guys, we're gonna go raid. I know it's been a slow day, but let's go blow up this person's chat." And we did. And I hit end stream. And then this wireless mouse that I bought from Amazon for like $2 or whatnot, is kind of a piece of shit. Because I hit end stream,
mouse goes,
and then moved it over, and apparently it hit start streaming again. Perfect. And I didn't know that, and I had to do some bills, so I checked my bank account and my PayPal, and went and did some bills work that show my address and everything like that. So that was really cool. And it was hilarious because people got to see the millions that I make on Twitch when they saw my bank account and it had $20.36 in it. They were just like, "Oh man, look at all those millions." And this whole time I had pulled something up over my chat window. So all my mods going, "50, you're live. 50, you're showing your bank account. 50, you really need to stop doing what you're doing." I'm not seeing. And then I go to the grocery store with my wife. For an hour and a half. And my stream's still up going. We get home and we finally look at our Discords, because my wife also streams. Self-promotion for my wife, like shamelessly just shoved in there. Don't do that, by the way, chat.
Lazy.
But I get home and they've started a hype train in my chat. They have started a fucking hype train in my chat while I'm not even there, which is the funniest shit ever, until you put it into the perspective that I did already depressed. I had streamed for 3.5 hours playing Aliens Fireteam, and at one point in time I could see every chat message for 2 hours. And then while I'm gone, I'm not even creating content. It's a blank screen of the galaxy. I had more chat interaction and a fucking hype train. Do you know how depressing that is? That a blank screen outgrossed me that day? A fucking blank screen?
50, you're working too hard, man. Just throw up the desktop and leave.
I know, right?
You could go literally
do the sleeping streams, right?
Yeah. I never understand that. It's just like, they usually, like, with like people that donate or do something, usually, for me at least, I want to see the reaction. Like, I want to see people just be like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for like the $10 or $50 or like whatever." It's just like, I love seeing that. And then people are just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna donate off stream."
Came back to this.
Oh man, it was sad. Like, I wanted to cry. It was also really nice because my community is super supportive, and they're like, "Fuck it, if 50's on, we're gonna be there for him," you know. So that was really cool. Even though I wasn't on, I was on, and I was like, "That's neat."
And then you delete that VOD.
Thanks. And I deleted the shit out of that VOD. I scrubbed every nook and cranny of the internet for that, because I was just like, well, you don't need to see my millions that I made. But it was just so funny. Yeah, or my address. That was a big one. But it was funny. Like, literally, they doubled my bank account while I wasn't there. I was just like, "Cool, thanks, guys." You know?
it's like you're paying for groceries. Oh, that's a lot. I can't pay. Yeah. Why can't I pay this? Why can I pay this right?
Where did this money come from?
Wait, hold on.
Who did this?
Who did this?
Open up this. Oh shit!
A huge thing for content creators, by the way. Like, if you're involved in this field, please please, for the love of everything, talk to someone that's also involved in the same field.
Yes.
Because if you're not,
have coworkers.
You're gonna go through shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll be there for you.
I have I have Jal, I have fucking I have a lot of people in my life and like on Twitch and everything as well that I'm able to talk to.
Jal and a lot of people. I got named out of that. I feel special.
Well, because you're here.
He's just trying to
not
get
because you're
clout
thinking-
because you've
okay,
got a check
right,
mark,
right.
remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, don't mind me.
over here.
Shut up. I'm kidding.
Don't mind me with me and my check mark, Mr. Steal Your Chat over here. Fucking
Jealous of my chat again.
Fucking check mark.
Fucking gotta ban
Give me
him
all your
again.
Viewers.
Gotta ban him again. Oh, Jal number 45. Gotta ban him again.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that just reminded me of something. That we'll come back to that.
No.
I
Go,
think
go now. I want to hear this.
Well, because I wasn't sure, Skoy, did you have anything that you else could add to this? Because this is not relevant at all.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just wow. Especially
Go
when I
on.
started doing this full time, I needed people to talk to.
Yeah.
I talked to people before I did it full time. I talked to people like after. Please have someone to talk to. Do not talk to a viewer.
I have multiples.
Yeah. Do not talk to a viewer. Do not talk to a friend that's outside of this platform. Talk to someone who's involved in the same thing. That is
DM
doing
us.
this
The person
full
that you keep rating, the person that you keep rating, that you kind of like are friends with, that you hang out in their chat all the time, DM them on Discord.
Yep.
Mhm.
DM.
Hey, how's it going? Oh man, I had this annoying thing happen on stream. Oh, that happened to you too? Yeah, that fucking sucks, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Aren't these people the worst?
Yeah. Specifically. No, never mind. I was gonna say. By the way, chat.
This person.
Here's something I'm gonna say. There are some of you out there that we don't like. I'm gonna go ahead and just. They're scared.
Now
You can see
everyone
them.
thinks.
I
Everyone
know.
thinks they're the one.
I know.
that
Isn't it
you don't
great?
like.
Isn't it great? This is gonna be great. I'm gonna put the fear of God in them. There are people out there we don't like.
Yes.
But here's the
It
thing.
happens.
We're still gonna be kind to you. We're still going to until we ban you. We're still going to be awesome people to you. Because at the end of the day, even if we don't like you, and this is funny because I'm also a bartender, and I was a
same
bartender for like 15 years. It's
Oh,
literally
yeah.
the same thing.
I've worked at an Amazon
At the
warehouse.
end of the day, oh yeah, well that's similar, I
No,
guess.
I worked as an
No, it's not.
ambassador, so like I'm the person that has to help around people.
God, I am so sorry. That sounded bad.
I play with dirt.
But at the end of the day, it's
Sandcastles.
at the end of the day, like even if we don't appreciate you in the way that we may appreciate somebody else, even if we don't like you, you're still coming by our chat. You're still supporting us. And I recognize that. And there's people that have little pet peeves that just irk the shit out of me. And I have DM'd Jal about those many times. And been
Yup.
like, "Ah!" But at the same
Yep.
point in time, it's just like those people are still there to support us.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you, even if I don't appreciate you. So
I mean, it's
thank
just
you
like
for being
it's
here.
like your actual friends, right? Like
Yeah.
sometimes your friends just do something that piss you off, but you still love them. Like they're still your friends, you know,
Yeah,
just like your family, just like
exactly.
anyone else. Because like we aren't gonna like every single human that comes into the door, you know.
We're also
but
not going to
we
like
can-
every interaction we have with every human.
Yeah.
It's just
I get mad at some of my mods. Some of my mods that are like family to me. I'll be like, hey, why the fuck did you say that? Like, and like, you know, like, oh, like that was really obnoxious. Don't do that again. You know.
Yeah.
I
and
don't
they're just
hate
like,
them.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, exactly. We have that understanding.
Yeah.
Jal.
But
I've
Yeah.
been meaning to tell you this.
I hate you.
Go on.
I absolutely hate you.
Hey man, we have so much in common. You and
I
I
hate you
both hate me.
You can't hate me as much as I hate myself. Don't worry.
This isn't a
so
cry for
sad.
help. I actually love myself. I'm beautiful and perfect in every way.
You are. You're an awesome person. Hey, let's do that. By the way, if you want to do something really cool, chat. I have one viewer that comes in, and they come in about once a month. And all they do is they pop into my channel and they say, hey, I just wanted to remind you, you're an awesome person. You're doing really good. I lurk you. Thank you so much. keep being you, and then they disappear into the ether. That's a fucking angel is what that is.
Yeah.
That is an awesome person.
I always tell people,
oh my god. No, go ahead.
Okay. I thought you were about to go off.
No, you're good.
Okay, but I always tell people, it's just like, they always to come by and say, like, sorry, I've been here for a while, and they're sorry, I'm just popping in and saying hi. I'm just like,
you're here now.
That means so much. The fact that you even thought of me to come into chat and say hi, and then just be like, sorry, I gotta go, but I just want to say hi. That
you said
means so much. You have no idea.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. we love that, unless you have a check mark, and then you're trying to leech our communities away.
Hi,
Give
bye.
me your chat.
Here's my emo. Bye.
Mine now. Yeah.
But it's just I love that. I actually I'm sure y'all have stories like this too. There's a moment in time that's very distinctive to me and will always be with me. I was sitting there one day and a name popped up who I've never seen before. They weren't following my channel, which is going to make this story even more heartwarming. They came in and they said, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. Here's a $10 donation.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching you for 2 years.
Oh.
And you always make me smile. And then they fucking disappeared.
I'm going to cry.
Single tear.
I'm going to fucking cry.
They weren't even following my channel, which means they actively hunted out my stream for 2 years. I was I told them, I was like, you can follow. It'll make it easier. They actively hunted out my stream for 2 fucking years through the thick and the thin of me doing speed running, getting out of that, going to variety, trying to find my voice and hunt. And they came in, bought me fucking lunch. I know. I was just like, that's awesome. That was insane. I'm not going to say their name, but I know their name because I was just like, that's one of the coolest moments that's ever happened in my entire life, honestly. Not just on Twitch. That was just incredible. And moments like that, I feel like, is why we stream. I can only assume I'm speaking for both of y'all at this point in time. Things like that, those moments are the reason why I stream. They're the reasons why I've put in hundreds of hours a month, online, offline, the production work. I've spent literally every penny that I've had to put the studio together.
Yeah.
Because of stuff like that. Thank you very much. I enjoy it. You should see it when I'm doing a drum stream, by the way.
You do drums?
It's insane.
Yes, sir. The problem with my drum streams, and this is what fuck DMCA. I understand why it's in place. Fuck DMCA.
A lot of people
That's
say
all I'm gonna
fuck.
say about that.
It's so funny when viewers say fuck Twitch. It's like, I'm just like, no, it's not Twitch's fault.
It's not Twitch's fault at all. It is outdated legislation that fucking sucks. And it's the music industry. I'm a musician. I've been dealing with the fucking music industry my whole life, and I know what soulless pieces of shit they are. So when everyone's like, we need to change this, I'm like, good luck, it ain't happening. Trust me, artists have been, fucking musicians have been trying to change this shit for over 100 years.
Twitch is trying to actively change this. They're still trying to actively change this.
They fucking can't. It's never gonna happen. Fuck DMCA. So because of that, when I do a drum stream, I don't have VODs and clips. So, and that sucks because there's so much fun. It is the coolest thing I get to do with my community because I get to take my passion that I've had since I was 12 years old, and I'm a potato. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm a good drummer, but fucking hell, fun. I just love it. I love it. Yeah. It's so much fun. There's a light show that goes with it, and like 4 different camera angles. It's super sick. It is
top production.
I hurt myself every time I do these streams, and that's not a joke.
I'm following you right now, so definitely I want to catch that at some point.
I recently repaired my heart rate monitor, and this past Saturday I did a drum stream for 2.5 to 3 hours. I think I did a 3-hour stream. My heart rate was over 150, and it peaked to 191 at one point in time. Because
you okay? Do you have like veins and arteries?
I don't know. It's fine. It's just I put so much. I put so much into those streams, and I love it. And it literally means the world to me when people are there. And I get choked up at the end of each of those streams because I'm just like, hi, thank y'all so much for being here. Like I love video games. It's not my creative passion. The fact that I can share my creative passion with everybody, and they come in and they're all having fun. It's a weird thing because I can't interact with people as much as I can when I'm obviously, because I'm playing drums, I'm just like, microphone situations are weird. You don't want to have like this nice
a live mic
in front
of a drum
the whole time.
Yeah.
And it sucks because
you do such a good job, like playing a couple songs, like interacting with chat, like keeping it a party, like taking a break. It's like a concert, like when you get
has to be
like 2 or 3 songs, 3 or 4 songs in, and then like the artists like always take a break, like say like some monologue, like call someone out in the audience, and then like move into the next song. Like that's fun, and that's just what it is, and it's always
I love it. It's
a good time.
But
you always keep such high energy during those two. I don't know how you do it.
That's why I hurt myself. Like this past, it wasn't Saturday, it was Monday. That's right, because I was too hungover to do it Saturday, so I moved it to Monday. This past Monday afterwards, I was supposed to go to another streamer's Halloween party actually, and I couldn't. I literally couldn't. And in that time, I have this huge jug. This holds over a gallon of water. I drank this entire thing. During the drum stream. So I went through over a gallon of water in 3 hours. Yeah, you've got to have it.
Absolutely.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
I have 2 water bottles.
I have coffee. Does that count?
Go get some water while I tell this story or something. I don't know. But basically, it was just like it sucked because I went through over a gallon of water. I overheated myself to the point that I had a migraine. So like I said, heart rate had peaked at 191. That's not healthy, by the way.
No,
that's really bad. But I go so hard at it, and this studio basically becomes a sauna because I've got 2 PCs, 6 monitors, and a whole DJ lighting rig going. Just obscene amounts of
LEDs
stuff.
are not cold lights.
They're not
hot lights.
And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My
7,
book's actually
8.
lit on fire. I'm kidding. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God, could you imagine?
Just seeing it go up in flames right behind me. It's like, wow, your stream is like really on fire. It's like, thanks. It's like, no, it's on fire.
No, it's actually on fire.
No, it's lit. Oh no, jeez. Yeah.
Like we're gonna get an IRL version of SkojSkull fine.
I'm assuming both of you have something like this. Like this is a fan that I have running constantly.
I have like a whole AC thing in the back.
Yeah. Like that thing's a lifesaver. That's another tip for new streamers. There you go. Yep.
Go out of your way to find your
it's true.
fan. You just try to relate. You're just like, I have a fan too. See?
Well, okay, I'm in my own universe. I have to pull the out of universe thing back into the universe. But this is the thing. I'll give 50 credit for one. Jiva. I'll give 50 credit for one thing. 50 told me to get a fan for my stream setup. Yep. I got 2. I have one off to the side that keeps me nice and cool, and I got one pointed directly at my Grundle to keep that cool too.
Yep.
You need a Grundle fan. Every streamer needs a Grundle fan.
What are you doing?
You've opened my eyes.
Well, so like, shit gets hot. I also did this. 50. I got a new chair. This one's mesh.
Oh,
this
that's
is the
so
best
brilliant.
idea ever.
That's so brilliant.
I can wear hoodies on stream now with both computers running, the lights on, and just one fan going, and I'm fine.
You're good.
Maybe hands get a little clammy,
but
I need to get that. Can you send me that chair?
Yeah. Also, this one's Pelinus. That's not what I saw when I looked at it.
But I can imagine you saw something else.
I could have sworn it just said penis.
No, it said Venus, remember? Full
Venus.
Venus. We're going full circle. Hell yeah.
Actually, I need a new chair because mine's dying on me.
Also, gaming chairs?
I just
not good for your back.
No,
don't get a gaming chair. Get what I got. I got a gaming chair.
The problem is
fucking dollars on this thing.
Yeah. The problem is though, then I can't put the green screen cover on it because it's defeats the purpose of the mesh.
You don't even see it. I'm literally like, you barely see it. It's behind me. It stopped. It stopped all the way down here. I didn't get a headrest.
500 though. That's
500.
I will. How many times in the past 4 years have you bought a new chair?
I haven't. This is the same chair.
You've been using that
with.
same chair. Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
the
Christ.
same
Okay.
DX Racer.
The hydraulics on mine stopped working. So
That's why I said I need a
I
new
need to
one.
buy a
'Cause
graphics card
I
first.
start stream here, and by the end of stream,
Oh yeah, it keeps sinking.
I'm down here, and then I pop it back up, and then it sucks.
So does chat like draw a line and they put the other line where you
Yeah, once you get below that line, like 50's like getting empty. I went back and forth on getting this chair though, because I was like, oh my god, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But I saved up a couple of payouts, and because my friends had one for 3 years.
Wait, you saved up your Twitch millions?
I saved up my millions.
Okay, cool.
To get this. Yeah. I saved up a couple million to afford it.
Nice.
But my friend, like, flat out, I've had mine for 3 years. It's like the day I bought it, and I love it every second. Another friend, I've had mine for a little over a year. Yeah, it was really expensive, but like,
worth it.
You know, some shoe fallacy. Are you going to spend $40 on a new pair of shoes every 6 months? Or are you going to spend $120 for a pair of shoes that are going to last you?
They're going to last
like
you for
3 years.
Yeah.
You know, so
you're not wrong.
I bit the bullet and I got this, and I am very happy with it.
That's good.
But if you do get a chair, don't buy a gaming chair.
No.
You can go over to Walmart, buy an ergonomic office chair made out of mesh, and that'll be the best thing that you ever buy. Mesh is the only way to go when you're doing this shit.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
have no idea how I lasted so long not using a mesh chair. And I haven't been hot on stream once.
Where were you 4 years ago, please?
Me?
Where were you 4 years ago?
Oh.
I needed this talk 4 years ago.
Well, start saving up.
I will. I'll put that on the ever-growing list. By the way, this hobby is not cheap for anybody listening.
Cheap.
This hobby is, or job now for a couple of us, is hecking expensive. When I did my taxes last year, I wrote off almost as much as I made, which means, how did I live? Oh, that's right, millions. Never mind.
Right.
But geez, it's though I'm saying this, you can also theoretically you can stream from like a shitty laptop with a camera and a Yeti mic. You don't have to have the incredible studio setups that
you don't need a webcam.
People.
Yeah.
You don't even need a webcam. That's right. You don't.
You should have your voluptuous voice. What's the word? Is that the word? Yeah, that's the word.
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous. That was what I was trying to say. Yeah. Thank you.
I got you.
I appreciate it.
What did y'all start streaming on? I told y'all earlier, it's like my first ever stream was a PS4 with a $10 headset plugged into the thing, no cam. That was my first ever thing.
I had an old gaming PC, but before that, I started off with YouTube with making videos. I had an Elgato game capture with an HP laptop. That's where I started. That was it.
That's perfect. Jal?
I used the gaming PC that I built like the year or two beforehand. It was like an i7 and a 1070 RTX. Yep. It wasn't anything like big or special. It was enough to play Monster Hunter, which I was really happy about. But streaming in Monster Hunter at the same time was kind of an issue.
Yeah, that game's intensive, isn't it?
It is. It likes CPU. It likes to chew on your CPU and then just like shit on it too. It hates it. But I used a what's the name of this webcam again? Because I have a C920 now, a C270 Logitech webcam that I had to buy for an online class when I was in college. I used that and a $5 clip-on mic that I got from Amazon. And these headphones, because these are the only I've had these headphones for now 7 years. They are perfect, and I will never get a new pair of headphones.
They have wireless headphones because they're so nice to just like there's nothing. You can just walk around. I walk off camera every podcast now.
All about this wire, baby. I hate delay.
I walked off camera there's no delay.
See, this is the crazy thing though. And 50, I thought you would understand this as a speedrunner, especially in a game.
I know where he's going.
Frame perfect inputs.
Bitch.
I need perfect audio.
I get it.
For Monster World?
And perfect for Monster World.
I get it. Yeah, as a speedrunner, I know. We can get into
and I noticed it a bunch when I started speedrunning platformers. Mm-hmm. But if I put this into Bluetooth and connect it to my computer is maybe 2 feet away from this controller.
There's a delay.
It has native Bluetooth. It is a quarter of a second.
Holy jeez.
I know. Well, it's because this is also a DualShock 4.
Oh yeah.
But it's right there though. Like, that's the other thing. It's right here. It's a whole quarter of a second.
Insane. That is way too much.
At its worst, right? And so I tried. I have a pair of Bluetooth headphones. I connected to my computer. I tried it out. I tried listening to it. It's like it's slightly off.
Okay.
And if it doesn't match the video, if it's not matching that, I'm going to notice it every time. And it's like I use audio cues when I do menuing. I listen for the audio cue. That's how I know when I need to start pressing the next button, because I buffer inputs for all my menus.
Gotcha.
So it's like if it doesn't line up perfectly, I can't use it. The only thing wireless that I considered was the new Logitech wireless mouses, because the pad that you leave on it to charge it, that it's on top of, is the way that it communicates wirelessly. Yes, that beautiful piece of machinery right there.
G903 right here. Love this thing.
I almost got that. Instead, I went Corsair, I think that one is.
Okay.
Because it was $100 cheaper.
Yeah, this is not a cheap mouse. I happened to get it on like ridiculous sale and got it for under 3 digits.
Yeah.
But
everything that I do,
not supposed to happen.
Everything that I do, it's a wired connection. Analog for everything. It's just got to be.
That makes absolute sense from a speedrunner's perspective.
Yep.
From a non-speedrunner's, now that I'm not speedrunning
wireless
anymore,
everything,
like,
dude.
Wireless all of it. Like that's actually before the chair. That's the next thing I'm gonna do. Is I have this like super nice, amazing, great studio setup, blah blah blah, and I have this like shitty keyboard that came with my wife's pre-built.
Look at that monstrosity! Wow. Did you get it from Costco?
God, it's terrible. It's terrible. I hate it, and I really want the Logitech.
That would be a thing you would get from.
You want this one right here, baby. I have the wired one.
I want the 10 keyless. The
Is that also
915
from Costco?
KL.
Oh, with the 10 keyless? Yeah, no, I got the 10.
But same idea.
Yeah,
it's the same. It's the exact same freaking thing. Just I want to get the Lightspeed one, because 3 milliseconds I can deal with.
Yeah,
that
3
is
milliseconds, not that much.
That is the delay input for the Lightspeed stuff, and I'm fine with that. I'll deal with that. Whatever. Maybe one time it'll lose me a match in Hunt, and it'll give me something to yell about, and it'll be great.
Honestly, though, it might, like, it legitimately might not, because, like, especially with online games like that, you have your server lag, you have, like you were talking about earlier, your hit registration. What's 3 milliseconds gonna do?
Whoa. Are you telling me Hunt servers aren't perfect?
Sorry I had to break it to you like this. Bye. But especially with because that's how that stuff's marketed. Like, I was even talking to Kira about that, Cryptech Fox, and she was saying, because like when she was getting into Valorant, she bought a wireless mouse, like the Lightspeed wireless mouse and a wireless keyboard, and I was like, but you just got into like a first-person shooter. She's like, it makes no difference because of hit registration and server lag. It doesn't
matter. You're not going to notice that the keyboard's 3 milliseconds is what lost you.
Yeah, and 3 milliseconds is nothing. Like at best, like at worst, it's a quarter of a second. At best, it's about 1/8 of a second. Bluetooth is really, really slow, guys.
Yeah,
Bluetooth is slow. Especially with audio, Bluetooth is so slow. You ever get into like your car and you turn your car's Bluetooth on and you hit play on Spotify and it takes like a whole 2 seconds for it to start?
Most of that's Bluetooth.
Yeah. That's cheap ass Bluetooth, because there's different speeds of Bluetooth. And that's just the cheap ass Bluetooth that they put in cars, because like you don't need like your audio to sync here. So when you go to watch a YouTube video and none of the audio is synced, you try to sit in your car, enjoy your coffee on your lunch break. And it's just not even synced up at all, and it's awful.
Wait, I'm supposed to go sit in my car on my lunch break? I normally just eat on stream.
Yeah, no, it's.
I need to go sit in the car. That'd be hilarious.
As a matter of fact, for now on 50, throw up your BRB screen. Get up, go to your
sit in
car,
your 4Runner
sit
with your little tuna treat. Yeah,
have a camera like in your car too. Just that'd be funny. Just to be like, it's like I'm on lunchtime with 50. So I'm on my lunch break.
Fact, in that vein, I actually Jalbagel got to witness my very last cigarette. Actually,
I did. Yep.
Because I quit at Bring Back 2019. It was the last one.
That's actually huge.
Before that, what I would do
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was almost 2 years ago. Before that, what I would do is when I was streaming, if I wanted to have a cigarette break, I would put up a BRB screen, and I had a fuck ton long XLR cable that ran through my house and out the window, and I would pull up chat on my phone as I was smoking and talk with chat while I was smoking, because BRB for that long is dead content. And guess what people do during dead content? They lurk and they're gone. So I would always try to keep it interactive, which was funny because the microphone was also a complete piece of shit. It was like,
it sounded beautiful.
It was garbage. It's this like Samson S27, which is a Shure 57 ripoff, like just gross microphone. And it sounded like, hold on, I think I've got a couple things that I can do here.
It kind of sounded like this the entire time. And it was fucking hilarious, guys.
So it was, by the way, if you have the ability if you have the ability to use guitar effects cables, guitar effects pedals for your audio instead of like shitty ass voice mod stuff, it's great because then you can just like while you're in the middle of something, you can just be like, I'm God now, and you never have to stop. You never have to stop using your hands. So if you can find, we were talking about foot pedals, anything you can do with your feet is great. Like figure out ways to use your feet.
If Jal has more than one foot pedal, he's gonna mess up his splits.
Dude, okay, I can't even get the fucking thing right normally. Are you kidding me?
My
brain is just fucking broken when it comes to splitting.
You shouted someone out when someone raided at one point. You had to restart your run.
So because that's why I have to have mods. Is because when I'm speedrunning, I can't fucking type on the keyboard because I don't remember what my keyboard bindings are, and I'm too lazy to go and fucking change them. And with the two PC setup, when you're trying to use an auto splitter on one computer and then the it's being recaptured on another, things don't translate well. And so I shouted someone out and it paused my timer 10 minutes into the run. I had to reset.
At least it was just 10 minutes into the run.
Oh yeah, at least it was.
Yeah, imagine if that had been what happened on the 9 hour instead of the power. Like something you did, I bet that would have made you feel even worse. You're just like,
I've done that. I've broken a timer 8.5 hours into a speedrun before. When that used to be a 12-hour category instead of a 9-hour category. It's a wonder I'm still doing this.
I'm proud of you.
You're a better person than me. I would have broken my desk. I wouldn't have just put dents in it. I would have.
I'm not a rager
50?
like that.
Broken my.
I'm not saying that's bad, but I don't rage like that.
If it were years ago, I would have done that. Yeah, I went through, and some people already know this about me. I talk about it all the time, but I went through anger management when I was in middle school because my family thought I was losing my mind because my parents are getting divorced. They blamed themselves, all that stuff. I was just a dumb shit kid, and I used anger management as an excuse to go play chess with my therapist.
Oh man!
And it turned out that later in life I realized that I actually did need that because
at least
the anger tendencies still pop up, but I know how to control them now. Like I have the understanding about how to appropriately process my anger when that happens. But sometimes, and it's happened, and I'm proud to be able to say this, in the 2+ years that I've been streaming, it's only happened twice on stream where I had like a backslide, like an anger breakout. Yeah. And one time I did break something accidentally. But both times it was I just punched my desk. Like I slammed my hand against my desk as hard as I could. And it's happened with this desk, and I'm really happy that it held up. Yeah, because because both my computers are on the desk. If it didn't, I was fucked. But the other time I slammed it and something fell off of my desk, and it was something very expensive, and it just shattered. And I was like, well, there goes that.
That sucks.
But yeah, I mean, and 50, I know, I don't know if you still do, but I know a while, like when you're still doing Mario speedrunning, you did kind of brand yourself on rage gaming and breaking controllers.
Oh yeah.
For me, I try to avoid that. It's just there in a different capacity, right?
Yeah.
We can't be breaking Logitech mouses every.
Yeah.
Too expensive.
I've got a fun story for this afterwards, but keep going.
Oh boy.
But I had to, especially like with speedrunning, with how long these runs are, I had to learn how to process my like disappointment, anger, and upsetness in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, some days it just gets you different. Like it did to me yesterday. It got me different. Like when I was outside, I was this close to punching the stucco of my wall, which is a concrete
that probably would have hurt.
That probably would have broken my hand. And I am very happy that I was in my brain managed it, so
that's good.
That's my little thing about anger management.
I was gonna say before I go launching into this, have you ever broken anything on stream, Skoy? I'm curious.
No.
Wow.
I've never
Imagine
been
being level-headed and chill.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know
Must
if it's
be nice.
I don't know. I've been there's been a lot of things. I don't know if it like helps or anything, but like I've been involved for like martial arts for like 8 years, and like it's a lot of just like kind of relax yourself in some way, like meditative states. I don't know if that helped or anything, but like the only time
I mean, you haven't broken anything, so
I guess
that's gotta be something there.
It must, right?
There was one time, the only rage I've had was when I was editing. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I finished editing. It was a project I was working on, and I was like, all right, I'm done. Start exporting it. Everything ran perfectly fine. 100%, still processing, crashed. I slammed my desk.
I was about to say, as if you don't do any video editing, that story is probably like, well, why would you be upset? That is hours of work.
Yep.
Just
gone.
Yep.
And hours of hard work.
I go back into it. I realize I didn't save until the beginning of the video.
Oh.
Yep.
So I had to edit that entire thing again.
All of my edits are really simple because, like, you know, they're just speed runs. I cut the beginning, cut the end, call it done. Yeah. But I even to this day I still save beforehand because rendering a 10-hour long speed run takes 20 hours to do.
Forever. Yeah.
So just got to do that.
So I don't know if you were here for my most recent rage incident, if you want to call it, because you were like, hey, are you still ragey? I am.
Are you still raging?
Are you still mad? Are you upset?
that was literally one of the other reasons why I quit speedrunning, is I realized how much it was affecting not just my streams, it was affecting my actual mental health in real life. Like I was just an angry, irritable person, and nobody wants to hang out with that.
No,
that's just dumb. Like, who wants to be like, oh, how are you doing? I'm fucking terrible. I'm angry. Are you okay? Buddy? No. Shit. All right. So, but there was a point in time that I have a lot of audio equipment going on in this place because of the drum streams.
My goodness. Yep.
You know where this is going, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
So I had a Scarlett 18i20, which is a very expensive piece of equipment that my community had banded together and got for me. And I used it for like 6 months and it died for no reason. Like,
that's a USB audio interface, right?
Yes, sir.
Scarlett. Okay. Just for everyone,
inputs.
Me.
Yeah, it's an 18 input. It's got like, and the XLR, it's got 8 XLR things, which is what I needed to mic up a drum set, and that's what my fucking awesome community got for me. And I used it, and it wasn't like the most high quality thing ever, by the way. I'm not downing Scarlett or anything. It's just there's better stuff out there, and for audio, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
It is
$500 is a huge fucking price tag, but it's a lot better than spending $1,200 per pre and then putting that into like a task camera. So so anyways,
that's too much.
Yeah, we make millions, right? I'm just being
cheap. Right. Yeah, all the millions of Twitch dollars that I need to save that and
so
eat the rich or something.
It broke. I contact Scarlett and I'm like, hey guys, this broke. It's still within warranty. It just quit working. And if you've ever tried to RMA anything in your life,
possible,
it is a process. The whole time this is happening, I can't really stream what I want to stream because I can't do drums because I don't have it. It was pretty integral for I dual PC also for that setup. So I had to buy another small unit, just to like a Band-Aid, just to be able to even stream. So I send it to them finally after like a month. And they're like, cool, we'll fix it. I send it to them. Cue the crickets. A month later, they finally get back to me and they're just like, oh, we're going to send you a new one. I'm like, thank you. That could have been cool like 2 months ago, but sure.
Yep.
So they send me the stuff for the tracking and everything. And I'm just like, the package is only £2. That's interesting. Because this is a big rack mountable piece of equipment. But I was just like, maybe UPS mislabeled it. Nope, they sent me a Scarlet 2i2. 2 input,
That's the one
2
I
output.
have.
Yeah. Yep. And I went, fuck you. No.
This is not what I need.
This is not what I need at all. And they dragged their feet for another 2 weeks. And I'm just like livid. Finally, the day comes after I think it was like 3 months total that I get a new Scarlet 18i20. I'm like, thank you. Cool. I put it in the rack, plug everything into it, sound check it. Everything's still good. We're fine. Cool. Guys, we're doing a drum stream this week. It's going to be awesome. It's the return of the drum stream. Community is hyped. Super happy. We get
Even
there. We start playing. 10 minutes into the stream, guess what dies? My brand new Scarlet 18i20. The exact same problem the other one had. I am sitting there and I yell the word fuck, which nobody gets to hear because all my audio is broken. All you hear is and then I slam my sticks down because I didn't want to throw my sticks because there's a lot of really expensive equipment here. The problem is I slam my sticks down on a snare drum, which is it rebounds, you know? And by slamming them, I released them. And I shit you not, I see it fly off the snare drum and just launch perfectly at one of my monitors and shatters a monitor. And I just look at it, pick up my phone, and I say, we're going to raid. And just hit send raid. I don't even remember who I raided. And I didn't go on disc. I left my studio. I didn't say hi in the raid, which I feel bad about in hindsight, but whatever. I didn't say hi in the raid. I didn't touch anything in my studio. I just walked out for an entire day.
Yep.
And was just like, nope. So now I have this really nice Steinberg 816C that I use because fuck Scarlet. Like, I still have that piece of equipment. Yeah, I still have that piece of equipment in here, and 2 of the pre's do work. So they're for my overheads, because if I lose overheads during a drum stream, it's like, okay, you don't get to hear the cymbals as well.
Yeah.
But I was hot. Super hot.
Imagine.
Super hot. You just
insane.
Hot.
Absolutely crazy.
Fuck.
Moral of the story
I just couldn't believe that the one drumstick. Yeah, well, yeah, don't throw stuff. That was the problem. Is like I was trying not to throw it because I didn't want to break anything. And but it's a drum set. I still managed to break something. I'm so fucking pissed. Oh man, I've thrown I had an old Logitech like trackball mouse that was wireless. I threw that during a drum stream once because I hated it, and I busted the shit out of that thing.
Fuck this thing.
God. Oh man. Well, I'd had it for like 12 years and it was on its last legs, and I was just fucking sick of it one day, and it just shattered across the studio. It was hilarious. I wish I had had a camera for where it hit because everyone in the stream, all of a sudden they were just like, did he just throw something? And somebody's like, I think he just threw his mouse. And I was just like, that mouse. Play another song. We played like something heavy after that, probably Spirit Box, because I needed to get it out. Yeah, I've there's a reason why these are hanging on my thing. These are broken controllers from
they're trophies.
They're trophies. This one actually, I was
controllers.
I was so proud of this one because one of my viewers actually custom painted this for me and sent it to me, and they were very happy. And I broke it within like the first 2 streams that I was using it. And it was cool because I felt so bad. I was just like, oh my God, there's this really like heartfelt, lovely present that one of my viewers sent to me. And I broke it. And it was funny because she was just like, no, she's like, I'm actually happy. She's like, you destroyed my art. I was expecting it. I'm very happy that it only took 2 streams. I was like, oh, that's super cool. And then when I took it
expectations when we send shit 50.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna get broken.
You didn't break it. What the fuck? You didn't break.
I just love the fact that in your height of Mario speedrunning, you had the good controller, and then you had the box of controllers that we were allowed to break. Yeah. And every single time you were about to slam that one, you would stop yourself, put it down, because the good controller had the good rubbers, it had good everything, and you'd go grab one from the box and just slam that shit. It's the funniest thing. Oh my god! You literally went out of your way to buy a box of 20 delinquent controllers just so I could have
shit to break
shit out of them.
Because it was one of the best things I've ever bought off eBay. It was like $90 for this box of them shit controllers. And I was just like, yep, I need that in my life. And I went through so many of them. And I sent all the rest of the pieces to Klops. And it was funny because he was just like, how are you even using these? He's like, none of these are salvageable. I was like, I don't know. It's just fun. I still have this, the one that I actually pulled off the wall. 5
controllers in the wall. I don't know.
Yeah, no, this one that I pulled off the wall is still one of my good Klops trollers. So it will live here, and it doesn't get broken.
It doesn't get broken.
It doesn't get broken.
Dude, you were so close one stream. I remember watching you, and you were like, I think it was with Zelda, and you were you're like, this is the good controller. I can't do that to you. And you put it back out. I was like, oh my god, that was it for that controller. I was so worried.
Yeah, it was
so
gonna happen.
funny.
Zelda was, for some reason, just a next level stress speedrunning, and I don't know why.
One?
I think it's because
you had the gold.
The original, the actual original.
The Zelda.
The first
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. World record on it's like 32 minutes. But that's with up A skips. No up A, I want to say is not too much further. It's like 34, and I got down to 42.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
because I know for a while it was like sub-hour grind, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did sub-hour grind for a really long time.
And like that, I remember like that was like the height of like your frustration. And you took a long break from it, and then you got good times. So you took a long break from it again, and then you were like trying to get a better time. But I remember that only lasted like the last time you did Zelda, it was like 2 streams, and that was it.
Yeah, because I got a sub 45, and I was like, I'm done with this game forever. Yeah, like literally. And it sucks because
is a punishing game.
Yeah, you'll relate to this, Jal. Skoy, actually never speedrun a game you like because you ruin it.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. A lot of people were just like, "Oh, you should speedrun this game. You should speedrun that game." I'm like,
no.
I will always say this in Monster Hunter's regard is that speedrunning it is very close. At least RTA speedrunning it is very close to playing casually, anyways, because of how you adjust to the game. So I can trick myself into liking that forever. But a game like A Hat in Time, I can't play not speedrunning it. Tasmanian Tiger, one of my favorite GameCube era games, can't play it without trying to speedrun it now. Yep. And every game that I go into with this speedrunning mentality, I ruin. Yep. Unfortunately, one of those games was Monster Hunter Stories 2. Can't play that game because I killed it speedrunning it. A 7-hour long speedrun, and all I did was I tried to finish the game so I could immediately jump into speedrunning, and that's what I did. And I was really excited for doing that, and I did that for 2 weeks, and now I just I can't pick up the game again.
Yeah, that's painful.
So is that why you haven't streamed the game to
speedrun? I haven't done any post game. Yeah, I haven't done any post game.
Do you plan on going back into it speedrunning wise, or is it just like no?
Probably not, because that game sucks. RNG wise, like speedrunning wise, that game is fucking awful.
Oh yeah, like when you mentioned you're gonna speedrun, I was like, good luck.
No, someone did find something that if you like Pokemon, you can manipulate the AI in the game by getting like minimal counters or no encounters. If you only encounter the things that you need to in that game to fight them, you will get the same RNG every single time. It's just doing that is incredibly difficult in a 7-hour long speed run. So the theory exists that we can script the entire game depending on when we start it and just doing it. Or, you can get like 5 hours through it, get an encounter that you didn't want, and then your entire script is ruined.
Yep. Yep. Oh, that's no, thank you.
So I just keep YOLOing at it, right? But it's. I mean, someone else did a speedrun. It's like a low 6 now, which is really cool. It's definitely a sub 6-hour game.
Nice. There you go.
There you go. Just a casual sub 6-hour speedrun.
That's fine. I mean, like
there's shorter categories.
Yeah, I mean that goes with streaming as well. Like our perspective has changed with video games and how we play them, and when you switch into doing content around video games. So it's like, I don't know. I've recently been actually been going back to video games and just playing it just to play it, and it's been weird. I don't know.
Playing video games in your own time? No.
Yeah. Like I said, remember the comment earlier about Breath of the Wild? Yeah. What's y'all's guilty pleasure right now? What are you playing that nobody knows? You've got to have one, right?
I was playing Biomutant, but I was playing that in the Discord.
Stardew
Valley.
Dude, my wife fucking, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. My wife fucking loves that game, and
it's amazing.
It is easily like her like happy place.
I'm playing with
She
my
won't have to
girlfriend
play it
right
anymore.
now.
We're getting farming and Animal Crossing now. We don't have to play Stardew anymore.
I saw that. Yeah. That's
We're getting
happening.
farming and cooking and Animal Crossing. Who needs Stardew?
I literally said this to Liz. I'm like, so we're dropping Stardew? She's like, yep.
I am super surprised. Lazy and I actually had this conversation the other day about Animal Crossing, and I was like, I guess it's a dead game because I was like, they're not going to make any new content for it like that. And then I'm just learning about it. By the way, I don't play. I just watch my wife play, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like during the pandemic, she would come home for her lunch breaks because sitting in a fucking break room with a bunch of people doesn't sound fun when everybody's sick. And that's what I would do is I would just sit on the couch while she was eating her lunch and she'd do her daily fucking 45 minutes of Animal Crossing. So I know more about that game than I probably should as somebody that has literally never put a single minute into the game.
It's interesting because like you can literally pick up Animal Crossing, play 30 minutes, and you're done. Like you can, there's not much you have to do with that game really, unless you want to get to the nitty gritty stuff of it and like really decorate everything. It's like a really. It came out at a perfect time too.
It literally
came out at the perfect time.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they are doing new content for it too, and that's awesome. That it's not just like, oh, here's a DLC patch or something. It's like, no, here's an entire fucking
literally a new game.
That's awesome.
It's an expansion.
The DLC that they're adding, the paid DLC that they're adding, used to be a game on the 3DS called Happy Home Designer, and it kind of flopped because that's all it was like designing homes for villagers, like requests and stuff like that.
So basically, it's
but they're literally taking that. Yeah, it's basically a new game, right? And they're taking that and they're putting it into an existing Animal Crossing game, which is the smartest thing that they can do. I could sit here and talk about Animal Crossing for another like 2 hours, but I know 50, you have to go to work soon.
Yeah, soon-ish.
Soonish. No, but I want
to eat and shower.
Yeah, should probably wrap it up because we could. I mean, the three of us could literally sit here and just rant
keep talking
and talk
forever.
You know what? This is gonna be a 12-hour podcast. Fuck it, we're doing it. I'm kidding.
All right, 50, call out of work.
Yeah, right.
We don't need you today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to make money at that job because I've got millions.
Your millions from streaming.
My millions from streaming.
We'll give you our podcast paycheck after.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Is it like a box of animal crackers?
Yep.
Because I'm down for animal crackers. Let's go.
What's your favorite breakfast meal?
I'm going to the grocery store.
Ooh,
after this, breakfast. Now I'm getting animal crackers. That sounds great.
Dude, I want Dino Nuggies. I really want Dino Nuggies.
Okay, so I've eaten Dino Nuggies for like the past 3 days. I went through an entire bag of them.
They're great.
The real man out here.
So good.
They just hit different.
So real quick about animal crackers. Used to when I was in college, like back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. I went to a university that was in a downtown area that had a very, very large homeless population. And we would go out and like feed homeless people because be nice, be fucking nice, chat. That's the first. Was that the first time I said chat? I think it is.
Oh
no,
damn it! It finally. Oh no, it's not. Great.
No, you've been saying chat like all podcasts.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
Just,
that's
I
accurate.
just finally noticed it. All right. But fuck, you cannot have you've done that in real life too, right? Have you narrated
Absolutely
something
not.
and added
I'm
chat?
not insane.
I've used Twitch
I'm a
lingo.
sane human being.
I've used Twitch lingo with someone else that knows Twitch lingo at work. So like when we're sending out packages at Amazon, I was just like PogChamp, and someone else is just like, that's pretty poggers, yo. And it's just like the entire.
Oh,
that's awesome.
So not okay.
It's not, but it's
so
great
hilarious.
with someone else that knows the Twitch lingo. That's fine.
No, I was literally playing Magic the Gathering with a bunch of my friends that are also viewers and they're part of my community and everything. And we were doing something and I did something. I was like, or somebody else did something really crazy. I was like, holy shit, check that out, chat. And the whole table stopped and they all just looked at me and they're like, you stream too much. I was like, shut up. Fuck you.
No, I don't do that. My brain's never there. I usually never read chat. I never talk to like chat as like the ambiguous.
The ambiguous. Okay.
Yeah, I usually just talk to myself. It's a lot sadder that way.
So anyways, homeless people. So we used to feed them, right? And but there was one night.
What?
Yeah, this sucked because there was one night like I was out late at night doing whatever I do as a shithead fucking 20-year-old. And one of the guys that we normally feed came up to me. He was like, yo, hey man, what's up? You got something for me? And I didn't have anything really for him. I just had my bag on me, and I was just like, yeah. And I opened it up, and there was a box of the like Barnum and Bailey fucking animal crackers.
Animal crackers, yeah.
And I was just like,
ones.
Here you go, buddy. And it was funny because you could see him just like kind of look at me, and then I like put it in his hand, and you could see his hand like close on the box, and then he like lowered it. And he looked at me, he's like, what? And I was just like, yeah, that's all I got. And this man, I shit you not, looked me dead in the eyes and went, fuck you, man, and threw my animal crackers on the ground and walked
out
off.
of here.
That motherfucker never got another sandwich for me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because look, I'm sorry I didn't have a sandwich for you. But I had animal crackers and you ruined them. You ruined my animal crackers, sir. So fuck that guy. That's all I have.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. He probably, if he video gamed, he'd probably sit in a bush for 20 minutes.
Everything just comes full circle in this podcast. Well, you want to sign us off, Jal?
Yeah. Thank y'all. Yeah. First, actually, no. Y'all don't get to do a sign off yet because I want to thank y'all.
Oh.
Seriously, for letting me come out in this and rant and spew, and please let me do it again.
What it is.
Because like you were saying earlier, talk to people that do this too.
Yes.
It's therapeutic.
And this has been nothing but us this is the DM conversation we would have been having. Just digitally recorded via audio and video now.
I don't know.
And y'all get to see our reactions. Maybe next time when I come on, I'll actually realize that there's a video component to this and I'll shower. So
you look beautiful.
No, you look gorgeous.
Can probably see the stink lines rising from me from being at work until 5 a.m. last night and then coming on here. So thank y'all so much. This has been awesome. I adore y'all. I've made a new friend, by the way. Skoj, thank you.
I thought it was me.
Jal, I still hate you. So
that's
there we go.
About accurate.
It's about accurate.
I want to get to know you more.
Christmas party.
Yeah, exactly. Now y'all can do your sign offs. Thank you so much.
I really want to get to know you more, honestly, and it's been an absolute blast, like talking with you today, honestly. And what we usually do with our guests, what we're doing right now, currently, I guess you could call it like a season 1, I guess.
Yeah,
where we're kind of
season
just
1 of Gamer Breakfast.
Yeah, we're kind of just introducing everyone, just talking to everyone every podcast, kind of thing. It's a new person every podcast, and then eventually we're gonna bring those people back.
Ooh.
But as a group podcast, we're gonna have 4 people, so 2 returning guests into like a whole group podcast. This is like the build up right now. What we're doing for this podcast.
It's
gonna be great.
So who else have you had on? Because I want to know who I can snipe for the 4th person.
Oh man, we've had. I mean, it's mostly been like Monster Hunter creators, right? So probably not too many people that you know.
No one knows me.
No one you know. Yeah,
they're gonna be completely ambushed by me. They're gonna be like, "Oh, who's this guy?" And we were like, "Fuck you!" They're like, "Oh, geez,
oh, he's the weird one.
Yeah,
he's the wild card. Shit."
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like we all have the same commonality to us, is that like we've streamed, we've been around the block with streaming, we tried a bunch of different things. It's really cool to like the people that like we think are Monster Hunter streamers. They started out with something completely different, and
I didn't start from
where they found their niche. Yeah, exactly.
Everyone tries to find their voice.
Oh yeah, but also like there's a lot of stuff we talk about that I guess is like that would be taboo to talk about on stream and everything, but we want to normalize it because it's just like this is what us streamers go through all the time.
Mental health and mental health. Viewers, you know who you are.
Do they though? Do they?
I'd like to think so. All right, let's finish this off because I have to pee, and I've had to pee for the past hour.
Just go pee now.
Like getting up and like peeing in the middle of the pot. That's rude.
I'm peeing right now.
My guest
no,
50.
You don't have to leave. Just pee now.
Oh, just no, I'm not using my gamer toilet.
It's a mesh chair. It'll just drip down. It's great.
Oh God, that's fucking awful. All right, bye everybody. We're fucking off with this conversation right now.
Make sure you check out all the links.
For real though, thank you guys so very much for listening to this episode of Gamer Breakfast. Definitely check out our beautiful friend 50% Gaming here. His links will be in the description below. Twitter, Facebook, his address from that one stream that he did. We'll put it all down there so you can go and visit him and all that. But definitely go check him out. Give him a follow on all the socials and Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
50, thank you again. I cherish you. I love you. I hope to see you again soon in the future.
Hell yeah.
And until then, have a great breakfast, everyone.
Have a great breakfast.
delicious.
I love it. I love it. I love how you're
Have a
also
great
8-bit
breakfast.
Jal the entire podcast.
I saw that and I was I'm like, is it my internet? Is it on my end? And then I
'Cause you're
realized
the
50
only
wasn't bugging out. 50 wasn't bugging out, but then you were on my end, so it's probably my internet. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out.
Goodbye,
It's good
everyone.
times.
Bye, everybody.